1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to do a sound check just to see how we do. And hopefully this thing is going to work the way it's supposed to tonight. We'll see. No. 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 Yes. There we go. Okay. Let's do a sound check. We're checking. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I think we got it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
News Radio 1310 KNOX AM Grand Forks, 107.9 and 103.3 KNOX FM, translated on K239BG in Grand Forks and K277DN in Grand Forks. News Radio 1310 KNOX AM Grand Forks, 107.9 and 103.3 KNOX FM, translated on K239BG in Grand Forks and K277DN in Grand Forks.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports. The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you tonight to East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena, where we're set for high school hockey once again this evening on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening as we get ready for East Grand Forks at home to take on Orono. It'll be the Spartans in the Greenwave tonight, and East Grand Forks looking for some answers as they get ready to go with the 2-5 record that they'll bring into this matchup to take on a 4-3 Spartan team, a team that won a state championship not that many years ago and has been a factor in Minnesota high school hockey in and out of the poll ever since that moment. For the Greenwave, it's been a tough start to the season and a highly anticipated year. They were ranked number 2 in Minnesota by MN Hockey Hub to start the year, but it's been tough to find a win against some very, very good opponents. And the latest losses that they've had have been against another pair of those good opponents, Hermantown and Cloquet, that put them to this 2-5 mark. Their only wins so far this season are over Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River, and we think those teams are very good, but what East Grand Forks has had to see as part of a very difficult schedule to start the year, places like Hermantown, places like, obviously, we talked about Cloquet, and they played, some of the best. Gentry Academy, they've got a matchup coming up with St. Thomas Academy. Tomorrow they play Matamidi. I mean, this is a murderer's row of schedules for East Grand Forks to get things started. But they're also 2-5, and there aren't any moral victories in this Greenwave hockey program. They know it has not been the start that they were looking forward to, and so you'll see a team at home tonight that you might describe as almost desperate. They're looking to try to find their way to a win over a high-powered team in any way they can find it. Enter the Orono Spartans, who come in with a 4-3 record and a very heavily stacked first line, which will be the big part of the conversation that we have tonight. Jackson Knight comes into the matchup with 14 goals and 25 points already this season. So definitely a player to watch in this one this evening. And this Orono team has got it done with a little bit of balance, but certainly a front line that stands out and some really good goaltending. And tonight, Evan Schmidt will come into the matchup to tend the net for the Orono Spartans. And Evan Schmidt coming in tonight with a save percentage over 900 and a goals against under 3. Definitely one of the players to watch making something happen in this one tonight. And that's how we bring you tonight to East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena, brought to you by our premier sports partners. They include Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. Biggest Greenwave fans down the road tonight, and they're ready to help you with any of the trailer needs that you have. Whether it's a new trailer that you're looking for, either for recreation or for your work, they've got you covered. And if it's parts and accessories to get your trailer running again, they've got the best parts department around and the best service department that you're looking for to get those trailers taken care of. Grand Trailer Sales, find them in East Grand Forks on East Highway 2. And Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. Find them online at rivards.com. We're talking a lot about their premium ice melter products that they have for you this season, because it seems like ice has been just a general part of what we've had to deal with. If you're trying to keep things safe around your home, look up their premium ice melters at rivards.com. All of their products are available for you. And if it's time to plan out that next turf and forage project, then look no further than Rivard's Turf and Forage. They mix their seed varieties in Grand Forks at their own mixing plant, and they change the varieties for the growing seasons. It's not like the big box stores that make the varieties for one place or two places and you get them one time. Rivards does it better. Rivards.com is all you'll find them. Look for them for more at Rivards.com to bring you those seed varieties that you're looking for and those premium ice melting products that will keep you safe this winter. Coming up in our pregame report, we'll take a look at the current Minnesota high school hockey rankings according to MN Hockey Hub. And the Greenwave no longer appearing in them. Orono is not in that poll either. So we'll take a look at some of the teams that East Grand Forks has played this year and how they've been able to stand up. And we've seen some changes in that hockey poll. We'll also take a look at some of the players to watch in this one with our game fuel and our keys to the matchup coming up. Starting lineups in hockey. Expecting a 7:30 face-off tonight after the JV matchup threatened to go overtime. East Grand Forks the goal and an empty netter to win it 4-2. And now tonight, it's the Greenwave and the Orono Spartans to take us into a weekend. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivard's Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Avenue. Finest auto trim. Big or small, we cover it all.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports this evening. We're at East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena, and we should have a good one tonight. The Orono Spartans, a record of 4-3, will take on the East Grand Forks Greenwave with a record of 2-5, looking for a win to try to change their fortunes in the early part of the season. Ryan Cunningham, Luca Carpenter with our video coverage that we'll have for you this evening here at Civic Center Arena. Our pregame report is brought to you this evening by True North Equipment. True to your values and ready to serve you with 10 locations in the Red River Valley. They have the John Deere products that you've come to know and love in our agricultural communities, and whether it's for your own personal home or for your agricultural operation, True North Equipment will be there for you. And Signature Graphics and Apparel, it's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. They're an East Grand Forks business, big Greenwave fans, and put a patch or a symbol on any piece of clothing, and that patch or that etching will turn that piece of clothing into something durable and something you'll want as a fan. Custom embroidery, silk screening, and they do vinyl signage as well. Signature Graphics and Apparel bringing you our pregame report tonight. Let's take a look at where we're at as far as the polls are concerned with Drive for the Title this evening. Drive for the Title is brought to you by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. Those of you that are tuning in tonight on KNOX Live Sports can see that Minnesota hockey poll on your screen. Those of you with us on the radio side, if you'd like to take it to the video level this evening, you can do that by searching KNOX TV on YouTube on your smart device and pull it right into your home. And you can also find the game broadcast on KNOXradio.com underneath the sports tab and the live sports page, so you can take in the broadcast with video coverage this evening. In that Minnesota hockey poll, Hermantown holding on to the #1 spot. That is not a surprise. Earlier this season, we were told that St. Cloud Cathedral was likely the team to beat. However, St. Cloud Cathedral stumbled out of the blocks, something similar to East Grand Forks so far this year. They come in with a record of 1-1-2, and they're currently ranked in the #5 spot. Cloquet, who just defeated the Greenwave, undefeated at 4-0, in the number 2 position. War Road 2-1-1, currently 3rd. And then Hibbing at 5-2 is currently 4th. St. Cloud Cathedral rounds out the top 5. Delano, a team that East Grand Forks had on the ropes in game number 2 of the season, currently 3-1-0 and ranked 6th. Monticello's undefeated, ranked 7th. Northfield's ranked 8th, only a draw to blemish their record. Northern Lakes is currently 9th, and Little Falls at 2-1 is currently 10th. And there are 4 games involving some of those ranked teams that we have tonight. Hermantown will play Centennial. Orono's here. Northern Lakes will take on Thief River Falls this evening, and Hermantown will match up against Matamidi this evening. Matamidi is going to be the team that East Grand Forks will host coming up tomorrow. And that is a look at Drive for the Title. It's brought to you by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. And right now we're talking about automatic starts. When that commute is a little too chilly for you to take in the mornings, Toys for Trucks has the automatic start that will work each time so that vehicle's toasty warm when it's time for you to take it to work or wherever it is that you're headed. They also have performance tires, and we can see how important it is to have good tires after a 13-car pileup in Grand Forks on the overpass on Columbia a couple of days ago. Tires are definitely not something to be overlooked when it comes down to this time of the year, and they have all the popular brands of performance tires, custom wheels and rims if you're working on that ride to take it up to the next level for the upcoming driving season. They have you covered there as well. 6105 Gateway Drive, Highway 2 West in Grand Forks, bringing you our Drive for the Title tonight. We'll continue with our pregame report in a couple of moments. We'll take a look at the players to watch in this one. Our drive time to face off is brought to you this evening by Mike's Custom Truck and Nelsonado. Mike's Custom Truck of Northwood, Nelsonado of Grand Forks. We're 16 minutes from projected face-off time of 7:30, and you never know, we might go a little early tonight. They bring you our drive for the face-off, our drive time to face-off tonight, presented by Mike's Custom Truck and Nelsonado. Take a look at the players to watch in this one when we continue. This is our coverage of high school hockey. It's East Grand Forks and Orono on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports tonight from Civic Center Arena in East Grand Forks, where the Greenwave are set to host the Orono Spartans this evening. We're pleased to bring you our coverage tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, brought to you by Rivards Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks, and Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks this evening. Our pregame report is brought to you by True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you in Grand Forks and throughout 10 locations in the Red River Valley. And Signature Graphics and Apparel, bringing you our pregame report tonight as well. Signature Graphics and Apparel, it's your vision. Make it come to life with Signature Graphics and Apparel. Let's take a look at our game fuel for tonight's matchup. Game fuel's presented by Circle K with a new location in Grand Forks on South Washington. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's when Circle K is ready to serve you. And Circle K has a tremendous frozen food section, along with a great beverage bar and a car wash. Keep you moving, keep you feeling good, and keep you fueled up on the inside as well as with your vehicle. And also a new location on South Columbia Road for Circle K in Grand Forks. Circle K bringing you our game fuel tonight. For East Grand Forks, Tucker Lovejoy, we've seen him a couple of times already this year, and he's done some great work for the Greenwave so far this season, leading them in goals scored and points scored. 8 points on the season, 6 goals. He's been a lot of fun to watch. Very, very fast, very, very agile, and he's one of the players that East Grand Forks counts on for some real attacking offense. Cooper Hills, 7 points. Hunter Barnson with 7 points. Jace Van Epps is actually tied with a couple of players for 5 points. Jace Van Epps gets the nod in our game fuel tonight with those 2 goals. Right now, East Grand Forks needs some goal scorers, and Van Epps has the capability of busting out and doing that. We've seen him in a couple of good games against Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River, his ability to create some offense. Those will be some players to watch tonight for East Grand Forks. For Orono coming into the night, Jackson Knight having a great season. 14 goals, 11 assists, 25 points. Trey Landa, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17. And Rory Cavern with 5 goals and 8 assists. He's got 13 points on the season. They are very front heavy, though. That first line, Ethan Poggle comes in with 7 points, and you'll see Knight, Landa, and Poggle on the first line tonight. After that, Cavern on the second line with 13 points. Lachlan Hoffman on the second line with 6, and the scoring kind of drops off from there. They don't get a lot of production from their blue line either. 3 goals from their blue line so far this season, but what you don't see on the screen is Evan Schmidt's numbers, who'll start in goal tonight. This is a team that might be starved for a little bit of offense because Evan Schmidt is a 3-3 record on the season, but a 2.83 goals against and a save percentage of nearly 91 at .908. So it's obviously a goaltender that hasn't seen enough offensive support for the season that he's turned in for Orono to give them more than just a 3-3 record on the season. Noah Schindley's going to get the start tonight for East Grand Forks. 3.68 goals against average and a save percentage of .869. And that is our game fuel tonight, brought to you by Circle K. Our pregame report continues, presented tonight by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. And our drive time to face off. We're now at 9 minutes till the projected start of the matchup tonight between the East Grand Forks Greenwave and the Orono Spartans here at Civic Center Arena. When we return, take a look at our keys for the game, and we'll get ready for our starting lineups in hockey this evening here at the Civic on the east side. It's East Grand Forks and Orono. The Greenwave 2-5, Orono's 4-3. We have more coming up next on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network at KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Tonight from East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena, where the East Grand Forks Greenwave, with a record of 2-5, set to take on the Orono Spartans tonight, coming in with a record of 4-3. The light show is on the way with the East Grand Forks Greenwave coming onto the ice this evening. The Greenwave at home tonight and getting ready to take on the Orono Spartans. And East Grand Forks desperate for a win right now, 2-5 on the season. They do not have a win yet against Minnesota competition, and a team that was ranked number 2 in the preseason by MN Hockey Hub. They're looking to bust out of that funk tonight at home against the Spartans. Our pregame report this evening has been brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. And our pregame report tonight is also brought to you by True North Equipment. True to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations in the upper Red River Valley. Let's take a look at our keys for the game this evening. They're brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. It is always hockey season at Jarrell Sports Center. Custom skate sharpening that's hands-free. Get the edge that you're looking for, and they have all the equipment for any position on the ice at Jarrell Sports Center. For East Grand Forks, that back check is going to be important. They've given up some goals this year, and they need to get back against a team, particularly against this first line for Orono, using the matchup game. East Grand Forks might be able to stretch a little depth against the Spartans tonight, and then be aware of Jackson Knight, be aware of Ethan Poggle, be aware of Trey Landa when they're on the ice. For the Spartans, quick changes to try to match up. They're looking to accentuate what their first line can do, so they might be popping changes early to try to line things up against a different unit for East Grand Forks. Also, exploiting the aggressiveness of East Grand Forks. They can pinch a little bit, and sometimes a little bit more aggressively as they should. That can lead the opportunity to the odd man and then make East Grand Forks chase you. This is a team that's questioning itself right now. If you put the first goal on the board here tonight, it's a team that could have some problems mentally, and that's definitely something that you want to take advantage of tonight if you are the Orono Spartans. And those are the keys to the game this evening, brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Projected starting lineups tonight are brought to you this evening by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results, fransonbank.com. For the Spartans of Orono, the starting goaltender is Evan Schmidt. Left point defensively, Cruz Fay. And on the right point defensively will be Luca Desibelius. The starting center tonight, Trey Landa, with Jackson Knight in his left wing and Ethan Poggle on his right wing tonight. For Mitch Hall, the head coach of the Orono Spartans. For East Grand Forks tonight, starting goaltender Noah Schindele. Defensively, on the left blue line is Cole Beese, and on the right point will be Nick Corbett. Hunter Varnson brings out the front line tonight for the Greenwave with Jace Van Epps on his left wing and Cooper Hills on his right wing. Tucker Lovejoy playing on the second line tonight for East Grand Forks. And those are your projected starting lineups tonight. Brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. FransonBank.com. We'll take our final break of the pregame report, and we'll come back and get ready for hockey this evening. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
National Anthem finishes here tonight. We thank you for joining us this evening for our pregame report. Brought to you by True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you at 10 locations in the Red River Valley and Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening. Set to go from East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena as we get ready for the start of this matchup between East Grand Forks, the Greenwave, and the Orono Spartans. Luca Carpenter has our video work here this evening. Boy, this is going to be an important matchup for East Grand Forks. They have really struggled out of the blocks this season, and this is one where they've got an Orono Spartans team at home that they probably feel like they're a little deeper, a little bit more talented than the Spartans. But Orono's got the record of 4-3, and East Grand Forks does not have a win against Minnesota competition at this point. And so right now, the Greenwave at home, they're definitely hungry to try to pick up a victory against a Minnesota school here tonight. For those of you on the radio side, the Greenwave in white sweaters with the green and black trim, the black breezers, and they're going to go with black helmets. Orono is in navy blue sweaters with red and white trim, a silver stripe as well. Navy blue breezers with the white and red stripe, and navy blue helmets. And we'll see the Spartans moving from right to left, left to right for East Grand Forks and the Greenwave to get this one started tonight. Also a reminder, I'm back to running my own scoreboard tonight. Now that's just a technical thing. East Grand Forks doesn't have the same technology as over on the North Dakota side, so I can't automate here. So hopefully I'll get this right for you. It's been a while since I've done one of these. And hopefully I'll get it taken care of for you tonight. At least that's the hope anyway, okay? We're underway, and the face-off ends up right on the button in the middle of the ice. Jackson Knight finally picks it up and plays it down the ice for Orono, but for a while, there was a Spartan laying right on top of it. Loose puck taken back to the near side by Judd Pesh, who ends up getting the start defensively tonight. It'll be Judd Pesh and Max Beese that get the start on the blue line tonight for East Grand Forks. Our projection a little off on that one, and a press by Judd Pesh. Again, those deep pinches by the East Grand Forks Greenwave early, and they rotate back. Beast on the left point plays one back in. Pesh comes back into the corner, playing all the way down to the end wall, and absorbs a hit from Trey Landa against the boards. They try to come back out towards the right wing, taken there by Hunter Barneson on the point, and then it'll be knocked away, and Orono comes away. Landa looking up the ice will play this one back into the East Grand Forks zone. Back to get it, Beast again, rings it back towards the left side. Van Epps will place it back into the neutral zone. This will end up floating back to Miller Williams, who's the captain for this Orono Spartan team. He's out defensively, back to Landa on the near side wall. Jace Panzer a turn, loses the puck, and it's picked up by Judd Pesh. Here comes a 4-on-3 for the Greenwave, but a deflected puck, push it back into the Greenwave end, and Colby's has to step back to get to it. Just underway with hockey. We played about a minute, 10 seconds here on the opening frame of the night. Nolan Mellebrook coming up the ice for East Grand Forks, turning one back behind the net. This will be picked up there by Jacob Pfeiffer, who turns it back into the neutral zone. This will be too strong, and we'll see an icing call coming up against the Spartans. And a draw coming up in the Spartan zone. Our draws tonight brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region, and brought to you tonight as well by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Draw down in the Orono zone and picked up against the wall by East Grand Forks. This will come back. Jace Panzer has skated well at times throughout the course of the season, leaving one for Mellebrook. Mellebrook trying to play it back towards the right point. This got around Cole Beast back out in the neutral zone, but not a lot of pressure can be applied for the Spartans. They had Henry Reich trying to get to it, and Reich just ends up coming up a step a little slow and unable to get himself into the East Grand Forks zone. Loose puck, Tucker Lovejoy, the key playmaker for the Greenwave, trying to slash away to the high slot. Loose puck off to Lachlan Hoffman. He'll bring it up into the East Grand Forks end, and that'll facilitate a change for Orono. Greenwave line to try to chase the puck back behind the row net. It goes back towards the left corner for Tucker Lovejoy. A flip up towards the right side. Pfeiffer trying to knock it down. Comes back over along the far wall, ends up losing control of the puck for Orono. Lovejoy playing it back out to the point. Quick shot, rebounded, puck score. And we'll see the first goal of the game going the way of Orono after a rebound given up on a shot to Noah Schindele, who kicked one off to his left, and the rebound's eaten up by Talon Reuter. It'll be 1-0 in favor of Orono. Time of the goal at 2 minutes and 15 seconds of the period. And Reuter comes up with a wide open goal to get the scoring started tonight. You'll see this on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay coming up in a couple of moments, but that net couldn't have been any more open after a really juicy rebound. Just kicked to Reuter on the left side down the bottom of the circle, and Reuter had the opportunity to kind of swing away at it. Schindele having to play against another shot that comes in on him. Puck will come back towards the near side. Talon Reuter does pick up credit for the goal. We'll see where the Apples are going to go here. There will be an assist for also Boston Foster, and there was another assist out there as well. Nugent will pick up the assist as well. That'll be Nicholas Nugent, who is out there defensively. So it's Reuter from Foster and Nugent at 2:15 of the opening period. And East Grand Forks down 1-0. A tough start. We talked about that in the keys to the game tonight. Orono trying to make East Grand Forks chase right away, and they've been able to do that here in the early going, as East Grand Forks will have to play catch up on the scoreboard again this evening. Still desperate for a win against Minnesota competition. Puck gets free of Knight trying to hold on to it. Another icing call coming up against the Spartans. Take a look at it again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay on the goal, and you'll see the replay surrendered by Schindele as that shot came in from his right. It comes out towards the point, and a good shot that got in cleanly. The rebound kicked right there, and there was Nugent to come up with it. And that was not easy. We're not going to say it was easy. Nugent had to be in the right spot on it, but read the rebound extremely well, and then had a wide open net to go to work with on the back end of that play. Max Beast carries one in for East Grand Forks. Beast will come back to it in the right circle, looking to drop off on the right, does to Judd Pesh. Shot from the right wing that's kicked aside. Pesh somehow got that through. Ends up back against the net. Trey Landa will backhand it off for the Spartans and plays it off far side to Ethan Poggle. And Poggle turns it back up into the East Grand Forks zone. A high chip off the glass, getting back. Jace Van Epps on the back check, trying to play that back to the neutral zone. He does, and Decibelius comes up with control for the Spartans, then sends one deep, too deep, in fact. Another icing call against Orono, and they've iced the puck rather frequently. What's disappointing for the Greenwave in this matchup is that not only are you down, but Orono's had very little offensive zone time, and yet the one time they get up there, they come up with a goal. And not sure if it's a defensive thing, goaltending thing, or whatever, but Greenwave haven't had enough time in their offensive end to come up with one as of yet. And Orono has had all kinds of time to do so. We've got a penalty coming up against Orono on a play that East Grand Forks was trying to set right on top of the crease. Nolan Mellebrook comes up with control, and here's an opportunity for Lovejoy from the high slot as East Grand Forks gets the extra attacker on the ice. Ends up back in the neutral zone. Mellebrook has to touch up and bring his team back on side as Cavern goes chasing, trying to touch up the puck for the Spartans so they can get the penalty enforced. Puck to the right side. Van Epps, long pass across the rink to Tucker Lovejoy for the Greenwave. He bangs it out along the far wall, and finally Rory Cavern will get the touch for Orono, and the Spartans will have the opportunity to put their man on the box, get the extra attacker off the ice for a moment. It's going to be a hooking call, and the hooking call is going to go against Miller Williams for Orono. So Williams will get the call. The time of the penalty will be at 4 minutes, 9 seconds officially of the opening period. It's a hooking call, and we'll see our first power play of the night. And our power play brought to you tonight by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online at rbbelectric.com. And so the power play on the ice for East Grand Forks, down by a 1-0 margin. The Greenwave could use something big here in the early going. Cooper Hills driving his way up into the offensive end. Good kill so far for Orono. They've disrupted a puck in the neutral zone twice. Puck coming back over to the far wall, picked up on the far side by Jake Chupka for the Greenwave. Chupka coming back, Hills, back left side, Jace Panzer, and now up into the offensive end for Nick Corbett, trying to bring his team into the power play cycle. A minute 22 left to go, so a lot of power play time already off. Corbett left point, turning back left side. Lovejoy trying to make a cross-ice pass that's deflected back to the point. Barneson picks it up, then loses it, and this will be played back into the neutral zone. Corbett was able to get to it, was able to keep his team pretty much on side. They had to step back out and get back on side, but not a lot of room that had to be vacated by East Grand Forks in that situation. And they get back on the attack with less than a minute to go on the power play clock. Barneson frees it, tries to make a swipe across, then picked up a loose puck in the crease, actually rather between the hash marks, ends up sending it wide. Loose puck to Van Epps. It comes back near side for Jace Panzer. Panzer a stop, a work back to the point. Hills, high slot, Corbett, shot got blocked. That was taken away by Landa. Back out to the blue line for Corbett to get to it. A pass into the slot for Barneson. He has it clank off his skates, and it ends up floating back into the corner. Power play down to just a half a minute to go as time begins to run out on the first advantage for East Grand Forks tonight. They've had some good time here, but they haven't been able to come up with a clean opportunity. And now we'll see Jackson Knight pick off a pass and send it back into the neutral zone. Greenwave send it down. That's going to be too strong. Nobody home. Icing is going to be the call. And we'll see a stoppage with 11:05. Actually, correction. Let's correct our clock. 11:02 left to go here in the opening period. 11 seconds left to go on our power play. And East Grand Forks will have to take the latest draw in their own end. So an offensive zone draw down a man, and we'll see Lachlan Hoffman come up with an opportunity to try to win that drive, bangs it back off against the end wall. Greenwave try to at least gain some space at the end of the man advantage. They'll play it back to the right side for Braden Overgaard. Power play comes to an end, and we're back to full strength on both sides with East Grand Forks still trailing 1-0 after the first opportunity on the man advantage tonight. And another whistle after a bang-up job for the puck on the near side boards ends up crossing a pair of lines. We'll go back into the Orono zone. Lone goal so far tonight for the Spartans coming from Talon Reuter. Second goal of the season, his third point of the year. A third line that hasn't done a lot of scoring for Orono, but they come up big in the early going here. There's a blast that came from the left point by Judd Pesh on the retreat. Ends up going just wide. Again, Orono attempts to clear. They will do so. Pesh back after it, and another icing call against the Spartans. Boy, Orono's defense seems to be a little skittish about playing any sort of possession game in their own end. And sometimes that's a really, really good play in hockey, is if you're going to clear the puck, just clear it. Don't mess around. Don't try to possess. Don't try to start transitioning up the ice. If it's not there and you're deep down in a corner, just blast it up the ice and live to play on. It seems like that's a strategy that doesn't hurt you too often. It kind of brings the game down to a herky-jerk game. Might take you out of a couple of opportunities, but in the long run doesn't hurt. Rory Cavern looking for a touch for the Spartans. Deflected back into the neutral zone. Cole Schmiederberg is back for it for the Greenwave. He'll dump it in towards the far corner. Lovejoy giving some chase. The puck came out right side. Big hit on the right wing. Judd Pesh ends up putting a man down on that right side. It was Cavern that ended up taking the dish. Cavern comes up, back to his skates, tries to chase after it. Greenwave dump it back in. This will be cut off on the near edge by Connor Malik for the Spartans. Comes back towards the near edge, and Laughlin Hoffman trying to play his way back up ice for Orono. This will be banged off the far side. Lovejoy trying to bring his way into the offensive end. Got a shot away. Good stop again made by Evan Schmidt. We talked about Schmidt being a plus 90% save guy in the season. He's going to be tough to beat tonight. He's 3-3 with the goals against of less than 3, so he hasn't had a lot of offense to help him. A good pick by Barneson, but his shot gets blocked. Loose puck to Trey Landa, and now Orono breaks out, down on some numbers. This is their first line, so they'll go transition with their first line on the ice. When those other players are out there, they go clearing quickly and take the icing call. A poke turnover. Ethan Poggle trying to drop one off for Landa stepping in. It'll float back into the neutral zone. Jacob Pfeiffer comes up with control. Turns it back towards the near wall and tried to make a drop pass into the corner, actually into the circle. Barneson was able to pick it up. Seeing eye pass up the ice for Van Epps. Van Epps looking to pick it up off the wall. Made a great pass to Barneson, who was rushing the slot, and the puck was just a little bit too strong. Back to Poggle for Orono, and now the Spartans are on transition. Jackson Knight on the right side, top of the circle, looks into the circle, trying to find some help from Miller Williams. Puck pinned up against the far boards, picked back up by Knight. He'll turn, feathers a pass down for Poggle out across the crease. Poggle gets forced into the boards by Cole Beese. Another big back check that time. Barneson coming in, putting a body into the board. That took Trey Landa out of the play. Loose puck goes back into the neutral zone. Clock to 8.5 to play opening period. Orono leading 1-0 on the all-true scoreboard. Landa dropping off for Knight. A wrister that got through weakly. And we'll see a dive coming out for Noah Schindele to try to cover it up. Whistles, bodies hitting the deck. Schindele laying out in front of him to try to cover that with a glove hand, and is able to put some pressure on the puck to slow things down. We'll see a draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone. Noah Schindele goals against of 3.68. Ryan Rockstead goals against of 4.15. And early in the season, you wonder, okay, are the goalies being left out? Or is this a situation where something's got to tighten up between the pipes and it's just hard telling until you get a good sample size? We're starting to see that sample size, and we've seen Greenwave teams be effective when the defenders have had to really step back and help goaltenders in the past, and this may end up being one of those teams this season while the goaltenders keep their feet under them. Puck sent back by Orono into the Greenwave zone. Comes out towards the near end. Braden Overgaard for the Greenwave can't get to it. Little deflected shot out in front. Another open net for Talon Reuter, who deflected a chance that came from Cruz Fay. Puck fought for left circle, turned back by Orono. A rising wrister coming from Boston Foster from the top of the slot. Fay with control got roughed up, and now the loose puck picked up by the Greenwave. Judd Pesh up ice. 2-on-2 looking to open things up on the far side for Jordan Nowacki. Nowacki turned it back to the slot, but Talon Reuter picks it off for Orono. And now the Spartans attempt to transition back up into the neutral zone. Bennett Moen chasing one down, got it back as far as the East Grand Forks end, and that will bring Orono off for a change. Puck back towards the near side for the Greenwave. Mellabrook turns it up in the offensive end. He got Lovejoy free. Lovejoy trying to drive his way towards the net, and a whistle as the net will come off its moorings. We'll see a draw coming up in the Orono zone. 1-0 Spartans on the all-true scoreboard. The only goal, a rebounded goal tonight for Talon Reuter. His second goal of the season and third point. Some third-line scoring for the Spartans here this evening. They set it down on the left circle to the left of Evan Schmidt, goaltender for the Spartans. Puck back near side, and Connor Malik will take a look at the ice for Orono, taking control. Works back into the Greenwave zone. Lovejoy coming off the far side wall. This will be picked up off the boards by Nick Nugent, who had an assist on that goal for Orono tonight. Nugent turns it back into the Greenwave end. Puck back to Malik on the near point. Deflected, and Jace Panzer for the Greenwave will take possession. He goes looking for Lovejoy, who took a pop from behind, and now we've got a whistle and a cross-checking call, and I believe it's going to go against the Spartans again. We'll see what's going to happen here, but I believe Orono is going to get the gate for cross-check, and they will. Nick Nugent's going to get the penalty. So Nick Nugent will go in for cross-checking. Time of the penalty will be at 10 minutes and 15 seconds of this first period. And another power play opportunity for East Grand Forks, brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, and online, rbbelectric.com. Greenwave looking for something to try to tie the game on their second man advantage of the night. Corbett, high slot to Lovejoy. Back to Nick Corbett, quarterback into play. Right side, Hills trying to find an angle. Jackson Knight cut it off for Orono. The puck comes back to Corbett trying to rotate to the point, but in the end, Corbett loses handle, and the Greenwave will have to get onside. They'll change up a couple on their power play unit while Corbett steps back and looks to form up the rush. Corbett will turn it behind him. Cooper Hill stepping into the play from behind, finds Lovejoy up into the offensive end. A dish back to Corbett on the point, looking to go down the wall. Disabilia steps in, got some contact for Orono, but lost it to Lovejoy. Lovejoy behind the net for the Greenwave, poked off the end wall by Disabilius, and a great clear. This is actually going to go on net from Disabilius, and a heck of an individual effort that time by Luca Disabilius, one of the captains for Orono, to step into that play, just make the body shot up against the wall, jab it away, and then take control and clear it. Mellebrook coming up into the offensive end for East Grand Forks with the penalty clock down to 45 seconds and counting here on this second power play of the night for East Grand Forks. Puck into the corner, Van Epps playing to Cole Beese. This comes to Van Epps on the point, dialing up a one-timer. Shot rockets just wide from Max Beese. One of the better opportunities for East Grand Forks tonight. Down to 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Puck loose in the near circle. A turn taken up by Miller Williams, and Williams will clear off the backhand side. Lachlan Hoffman trying to chase it down for Orono to kill off the remainder of the penalty. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Greenwave back up in a 3-on-3. Varnson attacks, got it into the slot. It comes back to Mellebrook out high. Mellebrook turns it back to the point. There was a rebounded puck there in an opening momentarily, and another body hits the deck underneath. That time it was Pfeiffer that went down for Orono, covered up the puck. It bangs loose off the wall. Here comes an opportunity for Boston Foster. He got hit from behind, and a save by Schindele as the power play comes to an end, and Orono got an opportunity to streak up the ice after getting back to full strength. 1-0 Spartans on the All-True scoreboard will draw on the East Grand Forks end. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All-True. Regular screenings with All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. They'll throw Milwaukee into the face-off circle after the opener was thrown out for East Grand Forks, and we'll see a shot from the right point by Disabilius. Knocked down and covered and held by Noah Schindele for another draw. We'll draw to the left of the East Grand Forks goaltender, and again, Disabilius trying to get a shot through. That was blocked. Max Beese laid out, took that one off the body, and that was a tough one. Talon Reuter for Orono brings it back to Cruz Fay on the left point. Fay going down the far corner. Reuter chasing. Found it off towards the far side for Milwaukee. He tries to play it back out to the neutral zone. So float free to the dotted line and then comes back to the Spartans, and Cruz Fay will back up into his own end trying to set a play. Talon Reuter will backhand it back into the East Grand Forks zone, and the Spartans will go off on a change as Nick Corbett looks to control for the Greenwave back on the East Grand Forks side of the ice. Puck back near side. Braden Overgaard bangs it off the wall. So float back into the Orono end, and they're going to say that that was just a bit beyond the dotted line. So icing will be the call against East Grand Forks, and we'll head back into the Greenwave zone for another draw. 3:55 left of the opening period. 1-0 in favor of Orono. A rebounded puck for Talon Reuter. The only goal so far. Jackson Knight picks up control of a draw, high slot. His wrister flutters away, is taken off the body by Schindele. Did get through, but didn't get all of it on the wrist shot. He'll come back out to the right point. Pfeiffer taking a look. Rockets one wide. Poggle will pick up the loose puck for Orono. And we'll see Ethan Poggle circle his way out to the far corner. Poggle turning and scoring. Ethan Poggle comes up with a second goal. An individual effort where he comes out of the corner, spins and fires, and Orono will take a 2-0 lead. Take a look at it again. No, we won't be able to do that. I apologize. We lost our replay on it. We'll get it again coming up in the intermission report. But a great individual effort that time by Poggle, just spinning his way out of the right corner and finding an opportunity to turn and fire, and had to do a lot of that work on his own. Time of the goal will be at 13 minutes and 28 seconds as we get the official scoring on it, and will be Ethan Poggle that picks it up. An unassisted goal for Poggle. So Ethan Poggle unassisted at 13:26 officially. That'll make it 2-0 in favor of the Spartans. Greenwave driving back up the ice, and opening there. Loose puck trying to be shoveled in. Even Schmidt unable to pull it down towards the glove to stop the play. Greenwave continue to attack, and a flip by Jace Panzer that ends up in the air. It's come back out towards the right point, picked up by Cole Schmiederberg. A dial up and a shot that hit the post from Max Beast. It actually hit the crossbar. Beast from the left corner, up point, put one hard into traffic, and that hit the crossbar and ricocheted back out. Lovejoy in the neutral zone, trying to sneak a puck around Miller Williams for Orono. And now a loose puck picked up near side by Bennett Moen, who tried to come back to the high slot, nobody home. Boston Foster was the intended target. That will slip into the neutral zone. Cooper Hills for the Greenwave, down numbers. Comes up offensive end, trying to drive his way into the corner. He's escorted into the wall. Nick Nugent just jumping off the bench on a change, and we see Nugent just going to town, hacking from behind Cooper Hills, who continues to pin the puck up against the wall while he waits for support. It's ripped away, comes back out. Rister Barnes with a chance. That one ends up rifting wide. Opportunity that time in the eyes of Evan Bennett were taken away in that situation. Schmidt couldn't see it either, but in the long run, the Greenwave come up just empty. Near side, big stand-up hit on the near edge, and Talon Reuter, who has the goal tonight for Orono, absorbed a big hit and just planted a Greenwave while he cleared the puck, in an icing call will take us back into the Orono zone. Another draw coming up in the Orono end, and it's brought to you by our friends at Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region, and also by Apex Apparel. It's your vision, make it come to life at Apex Apparel. Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. The clock did not start. So that's why my clock isn't running, because our clock here is not running. They finally got it started, and we're going to get several seconds of free hockey here. So looks like we played about maybe 10, 15 seconds. That's why our clock was frozen on the screen for those of you tuning in tonight. Hunter Barneson working right side, trying to drift around Jackson Knight. It goes loose to center. Nick Corbett picked it up. He got caught in the circle. Turns it back right side. Cooper Hills driving it down to the far corner. Lovejoy trying to pick it up against Decibelius against the wall. Lovejoy played a body. Puck comes back to Ethan Poggle on the far end. Out to the point. Braden Overgaard drives one into traffic, and Evan Schmidt is there to grab it and hold on for a whistle. Intermission report coming up. Take a look at a couple of the highlights in this one. Get ready for a big day of hockey tomorrow as well. We have a doubleheader tomorrow. That will be a video-only presentation coming up tomorrow. Those of you that are with us on KNOX Live Sports will have the opportunity to see that one coming up tomorrow, as the Knight Rider girls hockey team will take on East Grand Forks in the back end of a doubleheader. Front end is an Eastern Dakota Conference matchup over in North Dakota between Grand Forks Red River and West Fargo. Puck off the right side, defended by Henry Reich, and he'll dump it back into the East Grand Forks zone, and now goes chasing. This works out to Lovejoy. Lovejoy hurries. He's got a 3-on-3. Able to get around some pressure. Comes to a stop in the high slot. Final minute of play begins in period number 1. Greenwave down 2-0. Lachlan Hoffman comes back towards the near side, finding Boston Foster on the near wing. Foster got held up hard. We've got a hand up. It looks like a penalty coming up that very likely is going to go against East Grand Forks. A body hit the deck hard in the corner. And the Greenwave will see their first penalized skater tonight. Max Beese is going to get the call. So Beese will get the penalty. Time of the penalty will be at 16 minutes, 15 seconds. And another power play brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online at rbbelectric.com. And we just had a clock reset. For that, I apologize, folks. As we mentioned before, we're not used to having to run our own scoreboard, but they do not have the scorekeeping ability that we're looking for here in East Grand Forks, and so we're having to automate those things. We have some problems that come up with it. So the power play will go to the Orono Spartans, their first opportunity of the man advantage tonight. 15 seconds left of the opening period. East Grand Forks pins one down from the dotted line as we see Van Epps come over and Beese along with it. Loose puck. Hills trying to make a quick feed to Tucker Lovejoy as time runs out. Hills tried to pull it back to his forehand side. Instead, We'll see a puck played with a high stick by Landa. We're going to come back into the Spartan zone for a draw. Clock with 2.7 seconds left of the opening period. And Hunter Varnson will go to the circle for East Grand Forks to take the draw. And again, the clock just kind of sticks there, and that's going to be the end of the opening period. So time will run out in the first, and East Grand Forks finds themselves down a couple after the end of the opening period of play. It's 2-0 in favor of Orono at the end of period number 1 on our All-True scoreboard as we go to our intermission report. Our intermission report tonight is brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and it's brought to you tonight as well by our friends at Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and you'll find them at 1812 Gateway Drive. At the end of a period of play, your score here at Civic Center Arena in East Grand Forks is the Spartans 2 and the Greenwave 0. We'll come back with our intermission report in just a couple of moments. We invite you to stay with us for that. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. And we're back with more coming up in just a couple of moments.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports this evening. We've made our way to our first intermission tonight, and our intermission report this evening is brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and it's brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. If you need repairs for your agricultural equipment as you went into the bin, if you will, at the end of the season, well, then it's time for you to get those repairs in to Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Grand Forks Welding and Machine stands ready to make sure that you're ready to go with those repairs that you need, whether it was broken or twisted shafts or holes that wiggle loose that need a little bit of extra tightening. They can do that for you at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Stop and see them at 1812 Gateway Drive in Grand Forks. And our intermission report brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With a system from High Plains Water, you'll find the quality of living going up in your home. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. Cleaner, better tasting tap water, along with cleaner clothes with less detergent and appliances that will last longer, because treated water does a better job when it comes down to your appliances. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, as they play a little Christmas music here tonight. An arena at East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena probably doesn't have the crowd that you're looking for on a Friday night. Typically do a little better on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Orono didn't travel all that well, but they've got a 2-0 lead over East Grand Forks at the end of the opening period. This was just a tough first period for the Greenwave. They had a couple of opportunities on the power play. They're going to be down a man for 1:45 of the second period. They had 2 opportunities on the power play, but Orono just presented a really, really solid defensive front, and the Greenwave didn't have any clean shooting angles. That was really the problem. And then when Orono did score, it was just a couple of lightning fast plays that caused them to do so, and plays that developed in short order that led to some precision for players that were in the right place at the right time to take things and do special things with them. As we take a look at our highlights from the first period, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. This is the first goal. It comes from Talon Reuter, and you'll see Reuter just waiting for a rebound in the left circle as this puck comes back out to the point. It's rocketed in. There's Reuter to pick it up, and Reuter puts Orono on the board. And then later in that opening period, look at this tremendous individual play. Ethan Pagel over into the corner, turning and just firing a shot. And Ethan Pagel comes up with a second goal, and that was a special goal where he had to take it from one corner to the next, goes from the left corner to the right corner, comes out, finds an opening in the circle, and just scores. And you saw in that play as well that things just really opened up. The defense kind of sagged off of where Pagel was. In fact, if you take a look at that play again, you see Pagel in the left corner. You'll see him come over to the right, and watch this big gaping hole that he got. No one picked him up as he got to the center of that circle. And those are some things that East Grand Forks definitely has to tighten up in that situation. Those are your highlights from the first period, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Scoring summary in that opening period with Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. Talon Reuter with his second goal of the year to get the scoring started. And Ethan Pagel with his 7th goal of the year. He's now got 8 points as that first line produces again. Assists on the Reuter goal for Boston Foster, his 2nd assist and 2nd point of the season. And also an assist on that goal as well from number 29, or at least that's what they had it on the sheet as, and I don't think that's where it went. I think that was Nick Nugent that got the other assist. My apologies, folks. That was number 22, Nick Nugent. He picks up his 3rd assist and 4th point of the season. But a goal for Talon Reuter, his 2nd, and a goal for Ethan Pagel, his 7th. And that is our scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. We've got more coming up from our presentation of high school hockey tonight. We'll get ready for a big day tomorrow over at Eagles Arena in Grand Forks, a doubleheader of high school hockey. We'll give you the preview as we continue with our intermission report, brought to you tonight by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. After 1, 2-0 Orono on our All-True scoreboard. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports. We're back with more after this.
Need seed? Think Proseed. Proceed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports tonight at Civic Center Arena here in East Grand Forks, where the Orono Spartans have a 2-0 lead over East Grand Forks at the end of a period of play. A couple of big plays in that opening period for Orono, and right now it's Ethan Pagel that has done the real damage, putting the second goal on the board at the end of that opening frame with a great individual effort that you could see going from corner to corner and finding an opening and just turned and fired. And that's been the difference in this one so far tonight for that 2-goal lead for Orono. Our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. Tomorrow we get set for continuing coverage of high school hockey. It'll be a boys and girls doubleheader, boys first, girls to follow, and a little crosstown rivalry in both games. Going to be red versus green tomorrow. The boys matchup will get started tomorrow at around 2:15, and that boys matchup will feature West Fargo coming to town to take on Red River. That game's worth 3 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference standings tomorrow afternoon. Be a pregame report of around 1:45 and the face-off at 2:15, and then following that matchup, girls hockey, the Night Riders of Grand Forks will face the East Grand Forks Greenwave. Greenwave with a good girls hockey team so far this season, but girls hockey's pretty good in this area as well. War Road ranked in the top 4 in girls hockey this year. Dodge County, the #1 ranked girls team, and Orono, for those of you that are down in that area, taking it in tonight on KNOX Live Sports, 3rd ranked girls hockey team in Minnesota. And obviously looking to make some noise of their own this year. And Orono here in boys hockey tonight, leading Grand Forks, or East Grand Forks rather, by a score of 2-0. That is our intermission report tonight. It's brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. The Greenwave will be down a man to start the second period. 1 minute and 45 seconds of power play time remaining that the Greenwave will have to kill. East Grand Forks had a good shorthanded opportunity at the end of the opening period, but came up empty. And we will see Trey Landa taking the draw for Orono to go up against Hunter Barnson of East Grand Forks. Disabelius comes up with control of the puck for Orono off the draw, finds Cruz Fay on the right side of the ice. Back to Disabelius on the near edge. He'll come up into the neutral zone, and we'll see how they go about setting up their cycle. Landa stop. It'll be Cruz Fay that quarterbacks it. Landa looking down towards the right side. Back out to Fay high. Fay taking a look, coming back towards the right corner, finding Jackson Knight. Knight taking a look, bottom of the circle, trying to fire a quick wrist shot. Ends up being blocked. East Grand Forks does a nice job of blocking shots. We saw that this year against both Central and Red River. Puck back to Disabelius. Now Fay, high slot, widening out towards the wall, looking down into the corner, finding Landa. Landa stopped. They had Jackson Knight on the doorstep, but that was disrupted, and the Greenwave will come up with a clear. East Grand Forks clearing it up. Clock's not quite right for you folks. We're down to just 25 seconds left on the power play time. Our power play clock got started a little bit late. Again, we apologize for that, but don't have the automation capability here at East Grand Forks that we do over on the other side. So those of you not used to that, apologize for that again. Ethan Pagel drives one in that goes wide of the net. Loose puck is rescued off the near side by Disabelius. He'll turn it back to Pagel in the corner. Off to Knight against the right wall, stepping down towards the corner. A backhand flip out in front. The Greenwave defense collapsed on it again. And now East Grand Forks comes out 2-on-1, trying to come up the ice, looking for a chance, and Lovejoy ends up chipping one up and over the bar. Lovejoy had a chance at a 2-on-1 just as the man advantage came to an end for Orono, and his chip shot ends up and over the bar. That was a good opportunity for East Grand Forks, but the Greenwave come up empty, still trailing by a score of 2-0 on the All-True scoreboard. Greenwave still up in the offensive end. Cooper Hills circling back out towards the near side, looking for Nick Corbett on the left half wall. He'll give it back to Hills and off towards the right side. Off the Karam, Cole Schmiederberg drives in a shot. Puck goes loose. Oh, a big save that was made on the back end. Evan Schmidt took care of that. That was a huge save for Orono with a puck that was wide open in the right circle. Greenwave got a shot away. Here's another chance out in front. Jordan Nowaki misses on a bit of a one-time jab at a puck, and this will flow back into the East Grand Forks end. They're going to wave off the icing call. Orono trying to change, making the short change, but East Grand Forks racing up the ice trying to catch them. And another penalty coming up as Cole Beast got hooked on the near side. I believe it's Williams that's going to get called for it, but Cole Beast clearly got hooked on that on the near side. And we're going to see a penalty and another opportunity on the man advantage coming up for East Grand Forks tonight. And the penalty's going to go against Hoffman rather for hooking. So Hoffman will get the hooking call. The time of the penalty will be at 2 minutes and 23 seconds tonight. And again, East Grand Forks can go on the power play. Brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online at rbbelectric.com. So the Greenwave back on the man advantage, still down a couple of goals, and here's a poke away. This is taken up by Bennett Moen. Moen trying to race up the ice in by himself, and a big stop that's made. A quickly flipped. Noah Schindele, realizing that he had men back on the man advantage, transitions his team back out, and the Greenwave will try to come up into the power play rush. Near side, it's Nick Corbett off the near side wall, looking to play one up the ice. Jake Chupka had a chance, and Orono comes up with a quick clear. Third opportunity on the man advantage tonight, and we just have not seen East Grand Forks be able to put together the semblance of a good cycle as of yet, and it's because Orono has done a really nice job of defending. They've been physical. Lovejoy coming down behind the net. He'll turn one back high slot. There's an opportunity, a bluff, and then a low wrist shot that's knocked back to Max Beast from whence it came. He'll turn it back into the corner, and Beast trying to play back out along the line, ends up spraying it in the neutral zone. Landa had a chance to get up ice, but he had it deflected from behind, and now the Greenwave come up a man, only to be down a man as the rest of the Greenwave get back, and yet loose puck out on top. A chance by Beast trying to get one free. Kick saved by Schmidt. Loose puck picked up in the circle. It trails back to the high slot for Mellebrook. He'll turn it back down towards the corner, trying to find Van Epps. Van Epps a stop. Now Cole Beast shovels it free. Rings it back to Mellebrook on the right side. Back to Beast. High slot wrister blocked. A loose puck again to Van Epps, who takes a shot at it. Landa will turn it back into the neutral zone. Jackson Schmidt with a backhand play that ends up coming up empty. Down to 22 seconds left in the power play for East Grand Forks, and meanwhile Orono trying to clear. This comes back to Van Epps, steps high slot and backhands it down to the corner, trying to find Cole Beast. Beast will pick it up off the wall, circles back to Van Epps left point, sneaking in, looking to shoot one through the legs, ends up having Landa deflected. Tried to attack Landa that way. Back to the right side. Barnson trying to drive one in. Now Panzer looking to pick it up. And we'll see a clearing play coming off the wall. That'll be the end of the power play for East Grand Forks. And the Greenwave come away 0 for 3 on the man advantage tonight, at least thus far. 12:15 left to go, second period. And the Greenwave find themselves down by a score of 2-0 to Orono on our all-true scoreboard. Loose puck and a huge hit. Cavern trying to come up ice with it, and Lachlan Hoffman just painted the ice and tasted it while he was coming up. Hills looking to get one back after dishing to Jordan Nowaki. Nowaki fires it wild. It goes into the corner. Decibelius over to pick it up for Orono, and a 2-on-2 fight for control there. Nowaki, Hills. Hills got a stick in on Decibelius and perhaps got lucky to not be called for a hooking play. Knight coming over, looking to make a play for Orono. Be sent back out to the high slot, picked up by Braden Overgaard. He shovels one wide. Karam comes off the end wall, and the Greenwave get to it. They come back towards the right point. A look, Cole Schmiederberg drives one wide as well. Loose puck back to Beast, and now a one-time chance just driven into the ankles by Nowaki. Tried to get one through, and Orono blocked that. The Greenwave go back to their own line to pick it up. Great shift here for East Grand Forks. Lots of pressure. They just haven't been able to come up with anything to get through on these defensive bodies for Orono. A lot of big bodies out there for the Spartans as well. Loose puck into the far corner. Jacob Pfeiffer trying to play it out. Decibelius will trail over, looking to get to it as well. Goes to Bennett Moen up against the end wall, and Moen will circle back to his left wing and start a rush for Orono. Comes back left side. Another big hit. The Greenwave have really cranked it up. Judd Pesh planted a man. Here's a chance by Van Epps that's deflected up and over the bar. Loose puck backside for Nunter Varnson. He'll be hit by Decibelius. Puck goes back towards the right wing. Mellebrook trying to chase it down in the corner. Poked loose by Bennett Moen out towards the neutral zone. A touch by Varnson to try to hold it in, and here comes Moen again. 3-on-3 for Orono, but that jabbed away by Schmiederberg. Correction, jabbed away by Beast. Greenwave looking for a tripping call as Mellebrook got hit across the ankles of the stick, but they'll play through it, and Orono clears it back into the Greenwave zone. Judd Pesh back to get to it. East Grand Forks has been masterful with pressure and physicality on this shift. They just have not been able to sneak anything through the defense. Knight pressuring the puck for Orono as the Greenwave play it back up the ice. They're going to wave off icing. This will go back to Nick Nugent, who goes to pick it up for Orono back behind his own net. Orono into the near corner, and Nugent dishing it back to Malik now onto the left wing. Malik gets raced down by Cooper Hills. Greenwave really turning on the speed here as well to take advantage of an opportunity. Panzer trying to rush the net. And it ends up putting a stick right between the shoulder blades of Nick Nugent in that situation. Got away with it. Malik trying to clear, picks it up and shovels one back into the neutral zone. And again, they're going to wave off icing. Tucker Lovejoy back to find it. Comes back towards the near side for Cole Beast. A little strong. Jackson Knight picks it up. Oh, had a chip from Landa. He was slashing in from the right wall and had a chance to chip that. That's how quick the offense has been tonight for Orono. You don't see the offensive angles where they're coming from, and something like that happens and you realize that Landa's making a play coming off the wall, and Knight just happens to know it without really even seeing his teammate. Hills taking this into the corner for East Grand Forks. Plays it up against the wall, trying to find Van Epps. That's knocked loose. Landa comes away with it. Comes out right side for Ethan Pagel. Pagel with the second goal tonight for Orono. Trails this up into the East Grand Forks zone, and this second period has run away on us. We're nearly to the halfway point of it, and still a 2-0 lead for Orono on the all-true scoreboard. Shot on the right, deflected. Barnson trying to pick up the loose puck. Goes wide of him, this time rescued by Cruz Fay. Fay comes up the ice, little dish back. Jackson Knight, high slot wrister, blasted wide of the net. Orono a good scoring chance again. They don't spend a lot of time in the offensive zone, but they find good opportunities nonetheless. Here come the Greenwave 3-on-2 odd man. This is taken back by Barnson, chipped from the high slot. He tries to get free of some pressure. Overgaard picks it up on the left corner. He tries to come back to the high slot. Beast able to hold the zone. Fires one up and over the bar. Barnson picks it up, looking to play back towards the net. Instead, that one gets turned aside. Loose puck back to Lachlan Hoffman for Orono. Dumped it out into the neutral zone. The Greenwave able to pick it up. Barnson dangles around a defender, drives, and a big save. That's made again by Schmidt. Loose puck to Beast, and he'll score. And finally, East Grand Forks gets something they can build around as the Greenwave cut the lead to 2-1. Boy, that was just an all-out aggressive shift for East Grand Forks to try to find their way back into it. And Max Beast will finally put one on the board. Time of the goal will be at 8 minutes and 58 seconds. of the opening period. Take a look at it again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you'll see it here. First of all, brought in Varnson, great individual play, got a good shot aside, turned it back to the high slot, and Beast trailing it finally comes up with something that the Greenwave can really celebrate here tonight. They had to work really hard to get that one back, but they're back within one by a score of 2-1, and the Greenwave just dominating the action here in the second period. Beast again a chance. That one trickles just wide of Evan Schmidt in the crease for Orono. This will come back out into the neutral zone. Greenwave back to get to it. Picked up by Lovejoy on his own line for the Greenwave. Lovejoy steps up, widening out left circle, firing steep angle. Schmidt took it off the chest. Loose puck back into the corner. Taken up there by Nowaki. Shot from the right side by Beast. Right now, Beast is getting clean shooting angles every time he touches the puck. This comes back to the blue line. The slash coming up here against Lovejoy. Lovejoy trying to pick a stick as he thought one of the Spartans was going to get away on a breakaway, and so Lovejoy brings out the stick hard across, I believe that was Jackson Knight's stick that he went after. Slashing call against Lovejoy, time of the penalty 9 minutes and 37 seconds. And back to the power play goes Orono, brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online, rbbelectric.com. I can understand now our power play situation that we have on our scoreboard tonight. We're just going to go ahead and get away from it. That's malfunctioning, so that's why we haven't been able to get it picked up. Here's a chance short-handed as Cole Bees came in. Jace Van Epps as well, and Van Epps was able to knock one away from Evan Schmidt after Schmidt had made a stop, thought he had corralled it, and did not. So the Greenwave down a man. Orono on the power play, and it's East Grand Forks, the best scoring chance out of it so far. Lachlan Hoffman turning it up against the board. Rory Cavern gets stopped on the far side. And this one turning around on us here in short order at this point. We'll be able to get the power play fixed up for you. We did get the fix for that, just not this time around, folks. Puck back out to the left point. Miller Williams driving one wide. Let's go back loose to Corbett on the far side. Played loose by, again, Cole Beast. Max Beast with a goal, and now another big clearing play by Corbett for East Grand Forks. Power play half expired. Clock to 6:15 to play here in the second period. Greenwave back within one, 2-1, after a tremendous goal by Max Beast. Cuts the lead down to a 1-point margin. A lot of work for Hunter Varnson on that goal, and he'll pick up an assist on Max Beast's goal. We did not get the official scoring on it for you. Miller Williams back on the blue line for Orono, trying to step up into the offensive end. Landa stepping around defenders. He maybe got tripped up from behind. Orono screaming for a penalty, and they're not going to see one. And now we'll see a play coming back into the East Grand Forks zone for a draw with 26 seconds left on the power play. And the Orono bench is still really frustrated that there was not a tripping call made as one of their skaters came back towards the line. And we're going to see Mitch Hall step up to the dasher and ask for an explanation. Nonetheless, we get going again. The Greenwave, 20 seconds left to kill. Another big clearing play coming from Hunter Varnson. This will dump this back up into the Orono zone. 15 seconds left in the power play clock. Cruz Fay coming over towards the left side, trying to flip back up into the offensive end. Jackson Knight took a big hit from Max Beast. He's been so valuable for East Grand Forks so far. Another loose puck that's gobbled up, sent back in by Cole Schmiederberg, and that's going to end the power play opportunity for Orono. So Tucker Lovejoy back on the ice. East Grand Forks is back to full strength, still down a goal by a score of 2-1. The Greenwave have absolutely dominated this second period. They've got one goal to show for it. They've come up 0 for on the power play again in this period, but now Orono comes away 0 for 2 on their power play opportunities tonight. Jackson Knight a chance up and over Schindele as he took the shot from the left wing. Puck will trickle back out towards the near side. Knight chasing down the loose puck in the corner. Took a look at Pagel. We've got a whistle on some contact on the right wall. Puck may have been out of play. Jackson Knight coming over to talk to an official. And we got a couple of officials that are talking to one another. We may have a skater down as well. Looks like we have a trainer coming onto the ice. And I'm going to guess that we have an injury that we can't see. It's in our blind spot right to the right. Not sure if the officials are talking about a penalty or not. The doors to the penalty box have not opened. So something happened along the near wall, but not sure if that's going to result in a penalty here. And the clock will come to a halt with 4:55 left to go. By the way, let's give the Greenwave their goal. We hadn't yet done that. Just to explain that to you, a little behind the curtain stuff, we have automated technology when a certain type of scoreboard is used, but East Grand Forks only has that scoreboard in their gym for basketball and volleyball. They do not have that scoreboard at football, and they don't have it at hockey, and so we have to go back to something more manual. Just leads to a lot of issues that comes up when you have to run the scoreboard manually. It was Decibelius that was injured on the play. Luca Decibelius is apparently all right. He skates his way back over to the Orono zone unassisted. And we'll see a draw coming up on the East Grand Forks line. 2-1 Orono by 1. 4:55 left in the second period. And we'll get restarted with East Grand Forks at full strength and looking to control a draw in their own zone. Nick Corbett steps in front of a pass, picks one off, waits for his team to get onside. Cole Beese along the checker line, stepping away from some traffic, trying to gain the zone. Got rubbed off the spot. Loose puck to Miller Williams for Orono. He goes looking up the ice for Cavern, who got taken out on the play. Let's go loose again back towards the far side. Beese looking to pick it up. Corbett turns it back out towards the near side. A little feathered pass that time from Van Epps, trying to come for Barnson. Barnson to Hills up in the offensive end. Pfeiffer's back to cut it off for Orono, and Barnson pays him a visit up against the end wall. Loose puck back to Williams behind the net. Now we'll see a step in, and Jacob Pfeiffer comes away with it for the Spartans. Turns it back as far as the neutral zone. 4 minutes and change to go. Greenwave down a goal at 2-1. Loose puck picked up by Reich. He'll play for Cavern. This is going to come in on Schindele, and Schindele will put the glove down and hold for a whistle. Draws are brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Apex Apparel, ready to do all the work you need. They get it done quickly, and they have promotional items to go along with their promotional apparel. So if it's time for you at a trade show or those types of occasions, they've got you covered with promotional items at Apex Apparel. Jackson Knight picks up control, fired one in on Schindele that he didn't see. There was an open net on the rebound. Pagel ends up backhanding one high. It's over the crossbar, and in the end we see a net loose that leads to a whistle. Man, oh man, Pagel came in, had a wide open net. Schindele just did not see the shot from Jackson Knight. It went to his right. He never reacted to it. By the time he did, it came off the end wall, and we saw Pagel waiting on the right pipe with a wide open net. He took a huge flip at it and ended up just chipping it up and over the bar. Here's a pitchfork that's just underneath the rafters, and Jace Panzer trying to run it down for East Grand Forks up in the Orono zone when everyone came to a stop, thinking the play was going to be stopped. Judd Pesch steps over on the left side wall, turns it back to Panzer beneath the Orono net. Let's go loose off the left side. Connor Malik turns it back out towards the neutral zone. Pagel with the touch, but can't hold the puck, and this will float back into the Greenwave end. Loose puck to Max Beese, who's got the lone goal tonight for East Grand Forks. Beese skating well. This one chipped up into the crowd. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. Back at it again coming up tomorrow at Eagles Arena. Grand Forks Red River at home to take on West Fargo in boys hockey, to be followed by the Knight Riders and the Greenwave in a girls matchup, crosstown rivalry. Some of those games having to be rebuilt up on the scheduling. Hockey Day in Grand Forks, an event that was set up, did not take place this year. We'll see what we can do about fixing that coming up in the future. Loose puck on the left side, and Reuter over to pick it up. He scored the first goal tonight for Orono. Fay back behind the net, trying to turn it back towards the corner. He gets confronted by Jake Chupka. Back to Moen, back to Reuter on the right side. Reuter taking a look, trying to get up the wall, but defended well by Max Beese, who just steps in, plays physically. And now Ryan Clausen getting a couple of opportunities to step out defensively on the blue line for East Grand Forks as well. Boston Foster sends this one up into the Greenwave zone. East Grand Forks back after it. A stop by Chupka. He'll flip it back up the ice, trying to clear it. Foster held the zone on the left point. It's turned back out into the neutral zone. Race on for it. Van Epps trying to pull through a pair of defenders. Got knocked away. They stay on side. Loose puck came to Barnson, who left it behind him, but nobody came up into the zone with him. Wide open. Lachlan Hoffman comes up the ice for Orono. Comes to a stop right circle. His shot gets deflected. Ends up in the far corner. A step off the wall to get to it for Cole Schmiederberg. Then this is pitched back into the neutral zone. Long race to get back to it for the Spartans as we roll in on 2 minutes to go here in the opening period. Decibelia steps back to the net, took a big hit. Cooper Hill spun him down. Then he comes up with a puck. Barnes to the blast, kicked aside. Corbett with a chance off the light ring that gets knocked away. Let's go back to the far wall. It's Beast back behind the net looking for Hills. Comes back to Corbett on the point. Corbett a stop, flips one up into traffic, waved at by Evan Schmidt. He can't come up with it. Back to the point, Cole Beast sweeping it across the ice, looking for a play off the wall, but the Spartans are the first team there. Jacob Pfeiffer comes up into the neutral zone, dropping one off for Cavern. His wrister, Schindele kicks that aside. Sent it back over into the far corner. Loose puck picked up off the wall by Reich for the Spartans. He'll turn it back behind the East Grand Forks net. Panzer there. This will ring up the near side wall. Again, they wave off the ice. And the Spartans go back to try to pick it up with the clock down to 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the opening frame. East Grand Forks hunting. Orono down numbers after the change, trying to make a long line change from their bench up in the offensive end. They get a pass away to Landa, but offside will be the call just as the Greenwave had turned Landa over and ready to transition back up the ice. That's an offside call. The Greenwave wish they could get back. The puck was behind Landa. There was no chance for Landa to get it. And the Greenwave had turned it with 2 men coming up the ice. They were going to get an odd man out of it, but instead the offside call was made before it could turn into damage for Orono, and Orono gets bailed out on an offside call that breaks up their own rush. And we'll see a puck flipped up into the bench again with 49 seconds left of the second. This second period went quickly. Didn't have a lot of stoppages. It was really a quick period until the injury. But still, this one just kind of evaporated on us. We had very few draws, just kind of kept going. Tucker Lovejoy off the wall will turn it back into the corner. Nolan Mellebrook picks it up out of the corner. Played it back for Panzer trying to crash the net, and we'll see a reach back. Evan Schmidt will cover this up with a stick hand. And we'll see another draw coming up in the Orono zone with 40.1 seconds left to go. They'll put it down to the right of Schmidt. This comes back to Lovejoy on the left wing. Lovejoy trying to play it down towards the corner. A clearing play by Trey Landa. Lovejoy actually made a catch on it. Was able to put it back down the ice. Mellebrook drops it off into the corner. Max Beast coming down hard. Beast comes back out. Shot from a tough angle. Schmidt out front. Oh, it trickled just by the pipe. My goodness, Mellebrook had a chance. Panzer did as well. Schmidt had lost it, and it came floating through and ends up just grazing right by the left pipe in the crease. Puck comes back out towards the point. Jackson Knight able to chip it free back into the neutral zone. A turn and fire by Judd Pesh off the end wall. We'll see another whistle. That'll stop the clock with 4 seconds left. We have 2 on our board. Every once in a while, you take a look at the technology, and I think what ends up happening is you'll see that our clock maybe ticks a little bit faster, and that's why it is off a little bit here at the end of the period. Offensive zone draw for Orono with 4.5 seconds left to go here in the matchup. And this will be pinned up against the wall by Beast, and that's going to be the end of the second period. The Wave get one back, and after 2 periods of play on your all-true scoreboard, East Grand Forks down 1 by a score of 2-1. A tremendous battle at the midway point of that second period for East Grand Forks to pick up their lone goal of the game, but it's a game-changing goal for the moment as it puts the Greenwave within 1 in the matchup. And we have our second intermission for tonight, brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel. Come back, take a look at that goal for East Grand Forks as part of our highlights from the second period, and get ready for period number 3 on a Friday night of hockey here in East Grand Forks at Civic Center Arena. It's Orono 2, East Grand Forks 1 on the all-true scoreboard. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500, or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Will Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We welcome you to our second intermission tonight. Our intermission report is brought to you this evening by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. And at the end of 2 periods of play, the Greenwave have closed the gap, down 2-0 after 1. They come back with a hard-earned goal at the midway point of the second period, with Max Beast picking up a goal for East Grand Forks from the blue line. Max Beast now with his second goal and 4th point of the season, and that brings the game to a 1-goal margin. It's 2-1 in favor of Orono after 2. Our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. High Plains Water, find out what a system from High Plains Water can do for you. Eliminate that scaly buildup that plagues your fixtures. And why don't you find some better tasting tap water? If you haven't tasted it, you just don't recognize the difference. But that treated water just tastes extremely good, and it's better for your skin as well. You get softer skin out of the shower, cleaner laundry. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and it's brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. Get those repairs made to your agricultural equipment so you're ready to hit the ground running when spring arrives. And Grand Forks Welding and Machine will take care of those twisted, bent, or broken shafts, the holes that need tightening up around the various implements that you have. They're ready to go to work for you so that your agricultural equipment is ready to hit the ground when it's time to make another season happen. Eliminate that downtime. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. Well, for about 9 minutes of the second period, maybe 10, East Grand Forks was absolutely dominant. You can see the difference between these two teams. Orono is a very skilled team, and they look for opportunities to put their skill to work. And they had about 3 quality scoring chances in that second period, but all those scoring chances happened with very little time in the offensive zone. They know how to make quick use of time and space when they're up in the O zone, whereas East Grand Forks had to dig and dominate for a hard 3 or 4 minutes on a handful of shifts together to keep the puck in the offensive zone before they score. But they do come up with the latest goal and cut the lead to 1 by a score of 2-1 as we take a look at your highlight brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net, and you'll see this play starts in the neutral zone. This is Varnsid, actually, yes, Hunter Varnsid coming up the ice, took a shot that was kicked away by Evan Schmidt at point-blank range, picked it up off the end wall and sent it back to Max Beast. Beast was waiting for it, and that's how the Greenwave put themselves back in position and got back to within a goal as Max Beast scores it. Again, the assist going from Hunter Varnson. It'll be Beast from Varnson at 8:58 of the second period, and that cuts the lead to 1 by a score of 2-1. For Max Beese, it's his second goal and 4th point of the season. And for Hunter Varnson, it's his 6th assist and his 9th point of the season. Picks up one more point, and he would be the first for East Grand Forks to put themselves in double figures in the scoring category for this season. And a nice goal there made by Hunter Varnson. Shots on goal are just 18-10 in favor of the Greenwave. Again, East Grand Forks has absolutely dominated the shots on goal category, but they did that against Detroit Lakes at home the night that they lost that matchup. That shots on goal at one point, I believe, was 30-4, and the Greenwave were down 1-0. So they don't look at shots as any sort of peak of what they've done as far as their proficiency. They're looking to get something done as far as that scoreboard, and that's what they really need to get after right now, is to get that scoreboard taken care of in the right direction. That's a look at your intermission summary, brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. Third period action is on the way in a couple of moments. Stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and 4-H, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks. Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports tonight. From East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena, Greenwave find themselves down a goal by a score of 2-1 to the Orono Spartans. And a great second period for East Grand Forks to fight their way back into the matchup and cut the lead to 1, but took a lot of energy to get that lone goal out there. One of the reasons why Evan Schmidt has been great tonight. 17 saves and 18 shots so far, and a lot of those shots in the second period were peppering him from some places that he might not have known to look. So a big night tonight for the Orono goaltender in the form of Evan Schmidt in the matchup. We've got another set of hockey games coming up tomorrow, and we'll be on the ice over in Grand Forks as we get ready for Grand Forks Red River to welcome a West Fargo to town. Riders looking to get back on the winning way after a tough loss to crosstown rival Grand Forks Central in the Gambucci Cup Series back on a Thursday night. That was last night, wasn't it? Hard to believe that was just last night already. I said back on Thursday night like it was earlier in the week. My apologies, folks. But nonetheless, we'll get that going coming up tomorrow as Red River will take on West Fargo. That'll be in the front end. And then on the back end, we're going to see the girls matchup, crosstown battle between between the Night Riders and their opponent, East Grand Forks. So the Greenwave and the Night Riders will have at one another coming up tomorrow as well. Scoreboard update brought to you by Alltrue. Regular screenings with Alltrue's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000 after 2 periods. Down at the Herb Brooks, UND leads St. Cloud State by a score of 1-0. So UND trying to pick up a win over a rival inside the NCHC down in St. Cloud tonight. And UND has the 1-0 edge after 2 periods of play. Actually, that may be at the Ralph. My apologies. I had that one crossed up. That's at Ralph Engelstad Arena tonight. I'm not sure why I thought they were playing at St. Cloud. I thought I saw that at St. Cloud. No, UND on top at home tonight at the Ralph against St. Cloud State and leading by a score of 1-0. That's our intermission report. It's brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel. We will go to the third period. Again, all the elements that you're seeing for those of you that are on KNOX Live Sports on the screen tonight, the reason why they're all just a little bit off is because we haven't been using this system for a while. And so it's just one of those things where when you have to get back and get it out of the automated mode and back into manual mode, it takes a while to relearn some of the skills. Greenwave down a goal. At 2-1, East Grand Forks starts the puck in the offensive end. Cooper Hills trying to center for Max Beast. That's cut off. Pagel got back to it for the Orono Spartans. And Jackson Knight coming up the ice. Tried to wrist one in, ended up flipping and came a little weak after a deflection. Schindley was able to knock it away. Cruz Fay will turn it back into the corner, and Max Beast picks it up off the wall. Cooper Hills sends it back to center. Disabelius will pick it up for the Spartans and plays off the wall to the far end. This will flow back into the East Grand Forks zone. Greenwave getting back to get to it. Judd Pesch carries it all the way up to the neutral zone from the goal line. Widens out towards the left point, then puts a wrister on. Schmidt knocked it away, but surrendered a rebound. Go loose to the far side. Landa had a touch on it, then picked away by Jackson Knight. He's coming up the ice, splitting defenders. Tucker Lovejoy slipped trying to get back. Knight got a weak shot away, then got a rebound in his second, ends up fanning on it, and Lovejoy lost his stick in the process. And this puck will end up going back into the Orono zone. And we'll see a draw coming up in the East Grand Forks end on an icing call. 1 minute and 6 seconds into the third period. 2-1 lead for East Grand Forks on the Alltrue scoreboard. Greenwave trying desperately to come back and tie this one up. Still looking for their first victory over Minnesota competition. The Greenwave 2-5, their 2 wins over Central and Red River so far this season, the Gambucci Cup Series. And they've played a murderer's row of teams thus far. But again, no moral victories here on the east side for Tyler Palmasino and the Greenwave. Jackson Panzer rushing his way down to the far corner. They'll turn this back to the point. Corbett taking a look. Back to the top. A drive by Colby's blocked, and that had to hurt. It caught Henry Reich right in the right leg. This will be an icing call after Reich took it off the leg. Floats back into the Greenwave end. It will come back to the Orono zone for a draw. That puck hit Henry Reich right in the right shin, just above the ankle. I mean, there just can't be a lot of material to keep that collision from the straight up bone in the bottom of your leg. I don't care. You can shake that off and make it look good. We know it had to hurt at some point. Bennett Moen's going to go to the face-off dot. for Orono and ends up winning the draw. Plays it off the wall. Malik trying to turn it. Actually, that was Miller Williams that turned it back over to the far side wall in a 2-on-2 battle for control on the right side boards. Ends up being pulled free. Pfeiffer tries to push a man down, but it's Jordan Nowacki that pulled it out of there for East Grand Forks. Little backhander. I think he was trying to center, not make a scoring play. Ends up losing the puck off the backhand blade. Be played up the ice by Orono. They get into the offensive zone. Cole Beast of the Greenwave back to break it up before Reuter could get there for the Spartans. Loose puck back in the neutral zone. 3-on-2 for the Greenwave up into the offensive end. A hit that's thrown in on Nick Nugent, who's behind the net for Orono, trying to dig the puck out. It comes back to Reuter for the Spartans. He'll play it off towards the right side. Was able to find Bennett Moen, who will dump it down the ice, and we'll see the Spartans going off on a change. Max Beast getting away from Landa. Steps his way up in the offensive end, trying to beat Nugent. Now Beast comes in and hits the pipe. On one that just clanked right off the pipe. You could hear it clean. Great chance by Beast, who's played so well tonight. Got a clean shot away and beat the goalie and just hits the iron. Malik has one turned aside. It comes back into the neutral zone. Cooper Hills for East Grand Forks coming up the ice trying to find Hunter Varnson. Too strong for Varnson. It turns back to the dot. Jackson Knight picking it up. It comes back with Landa into the offensive zone. Landa will lose it. Cooper Hills will take a hit from Malik as the Greenwave tried to get it back to Hills. Now Knight top of the left circle, centering for Landa. One-timer broken up. Back to Cruz Fay, high slot. He'll turn it back. Pagel from a steep angle sent it wide. Disabelia steps back to get control of the puck and drives it wide. Knight looking to Pagel in the far corner. Pagel trying to hold on to position so Knight can swoop in and pick up the puck, and it's 2-on-2 for control in the far corner of the arena on the right wing for Orono. Disabelius picks it up off the left wall, drives one in. Schindele, a kick save. East Grand Forks immediately clears this. It's going to be too long for icing, and that will come back into the Greenwave zone for a draw with 3.5 minutes off the board here in the third period. 2-1 on the All-True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All-True. Regular screenings with All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Cavern's going to take the draw for Orono, and he'll take it against Panzer for East Grand Forks. Greenwave win it. Good draw win by Panzer. 3-on-2 almost immediately. Mellebrook playing it back for the high slot. Couldn't hold the spot. Lachlan Hoffman comes away with control. Sends it off to Rory Cavern, and Cavern ends up losing the puck behind him. Disabelius back along the dotted line, kind of roving for control to keep the puck up ice, and a fan on a little pass from Judd Pesh that ends up dumping Pesh into the corner. Back is Panzer to take control, twisting out for Lovejoy in the left wing. Lovejoy back to Mellebrook at the center ice. He goes looking for Lovejoy, splitting a pair of defenders. Lovejoy takes the puck into the corner, turns it back towards the point, trying to find Pesh. This will go loose back into the neutral zone as the Greenwave get to it. Panzer taking one away from Henry Reich. Panzer back up into the offensive end, being hounded from behind. Drives Disabelius towards the corner, but Disabelius was able to take the puck for the Spartans and works it back up to Bennett Moen for Orono. To Reuter off the left side, back for Moen. A little give and go play. That was too strong for Moen. Nowacki cuts it off for East Grand Forks, sends it back to center ice. Miller Williams is back to knock it down for the Spartans. They turn back near side for Braden Overgaard. Sent up the boards, little loose puck on the near side. Jake Chupka sweeping in, got a shot away against Schmidt. Loose puck, Corbett back, and Schmidt comes up with a huge save for Orono to take that one away as Corbett came in wide open. Watch that one again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. It happened quickly for East Grand Forks. Chupka comes in, a steep angled shot, rebound puck comes out, and another quick slide over by Williams, who's been so good tonight. Keeps two more out of the net in that sequence, and the Greenwave still looking for that elusive second goal, and it's been really tough to beat the goaltender from Orono, Evan Schmidt, the Spartan goaltender tonight. They haven't put those shots up on the board. That should be shots 19 and 20, if not more. They have it at 18 to 10 right now in favor of East Grand Forks in the shots on goal. 17 saves so far tonight for Evan Schmidt, and that was before that sequence. 2-1 in favor of Orono. Spartans trying to dig it out near side. Jackson Knight in the corner. It's flipped off the boards, comes back towards the point, held in by Cooper Hills, and then Knight was able to pull it free. And now Knight comes up the ice with Pagel waiting to stay onside in his left. Knight ends up losing the puck, taking a couple of bodies. Disabelius out in the neutral zone, touches up, has to bring his team back in onside, dumps it in the near corner. Max Beast, who's played the game tonight for East Grand Forks, sends this one up the wall, trying to get some support. Picked away, Knight with a chance, and Schindele comes up with a nice glove save for the Greenwave. Couple of goals early off of rebounded pucks against Noah Schindele. Since then, Schindele's made some big stops. Hasn't had to make a lot of them. The stops that he's made at times have been a little shaky, at times have been pretty solid. He seems to be growing into the role against a pretty good team from Orono. And again, Orono has lacked some offense throughout the course of the year as well. We've talked about that. 2.83 goals against average for their starting goaltender, Evan Schmidt. He's got just 3 wins on the season. Save percentage of nearly 91. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Greenwave stepping back to get to it. This will be taken off the near side by Cole Schmiederberg. He'll dump it down the wall. No icing call here. Disabelius trying to get to it against Panzer. Disabelius coming up the near side boards, played it back out to center. Lachlan Hoffman will take it away for Orono. Goes the far wall and got a head-ringing play from Cole Beast, who just played him into the boards. Beast looking for it, came open, then slipped his way up. Lovejoy will pick up the puck for East Grand Forks, dishes back to Beast, and East Grand Forks is offside as they came up into the offensive end. Another draw this time coming up on the Orono line. Our draws tonight are brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region. We'll draw on the Orono line. Jake Chupka set to take the draw for East Grand Forks against Bennett Moen. Moen wins the draw, and the Spartans try to bring it up ice. They'll ice it almost immediately, and so we're headed back into the Spartan zone to draw with 10:16 left in the third. Orono 4-3. As we mentioned, East Grand Forks 2-5, and their losses outside of the Detroit Lakes really you wouldn't think hurt them. Hermantown, Cloquet, Delano in the early season. I mean, they've had some tough goes of it in the early going because they play a really tight schedule. Corbett off the right side. Pesh fans on a wrister, got it back, had an opening, fires in high on Schmidt. It's up and over the bar. Corbett trying to pick up the puck, holding the point on the left wing. He'll turn it back into the near circle. Barnson coming back towards the near side wall. Chips it back into the corner. Cooper Hill's pulling through defenders. Floated one of the hash marks. We sent back out almost to the neutral zone. Corbett was able to cut it off and hold the offensive end. That gets a round of applause from some of the Greenwave faithful. Really good effort, and this time Boston Foster will free it, send it back into the neutral zone. We'll see Orono trying to change. The Greenwave can't quite get on side to catch them in the line change. Hills dangling back on the dotted line, ends up losing the puck up into the offensive end, and Boston Foster came over and put him on his back. Corbett comes up to defend against Pagel. And East Grand Forks breaks out right side. Cooper Hill's down numbers, looking to his left at center. Can't find anything. Backhands it off the wall. Varnson made a chip at it. He got held up by Pfeiffer of Orono. Puck goes into the corner. Van Epps turns it back into the slot. Hill's a backhander. Cleared to Pesh. A drive. That shot got blocked. And boy, oh boy, did that hurt. That was taken right through by Jacob Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's down on the ice, unable to get up after blocking that shot. Pfeiffer is down on the ice. He absorbed all of that shot from Pesh on a clean one-timer and is down on the ice right now in the left-hand circle. And right now he's struggling to get a leg moving, trying to figure out where he's hurt, but he has just not been able to move that left leg. I thought the shot got him up a little bit higher, but the left leg is just completely still right now, and so we'll see what the trainer is going to take a look at. Clock will come to a halt with 9:02 to play in the period. Scoreboard updates tonight brought to you by Alltrue. Regular screenings with Alltrue's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment, visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. We're proud to be brought to you tonight by our premier sports partners, Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. Tremendous service department and every new make and model of trailer that you could be looking for. Whether you're hauling for fun or you're hauling for work, Grand Trailer Sales and Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. Find them online, rivards.com, with premium ice melter products to keep the area around your home safe from ice this winter. Find them at rivards.com. Pfeiffer does make it off the ice on his own, and it was the leg that he was favoring in that situation. So we'll see. Hopefully that's not damaged badly for the Orono Spartans. Disabelius picking up a loose puck for Orono off the draw. This works back to Max Beast. Comes up ice looking for an opening. Stick handles through some contact. Tried to drive one in that was deflected on the way through. Schmidt took a look, didn't have to make the play. Lovejoy on the left side half wall. Turns it back out in the neutral zone. Cole Beast is there, back to Max Beast, another wrister, long range, and Schmidt was able to knock that away. And then we saw Max Beast take a big hit from Lachlan Hoffman. Kind of steps up and plays the role of the enforcer here in this situation. There have been a lot of big hits tonight for Orono. East Grand Forks has been the more physical team. Beast taking a drop pass from Cole Beast. This deflected up near the netting on the far side. It goes loose. Reich ended up losing it. Steep angled shot for Orono coming back down the line. That came from Boston Foster. We saw Schindele hold his ground, and now Foster comes away with it again, and he's got Moen hanging out in the slot. Moen will be cut off as the defender goes there. Meanwhile, Corbett digging for the loose puck for East Grand Forks, comes away with control back behind his own net. Plays it back out to the left, and a puck will sneak through possession on Connor Malik, trying to hold the zone. Cruz Fay back to pick it up. Sends one off the wall, and Bennett Moen is able to take it away after the Greenwave overskated. Reuter comes into the corner, scored the first goal tonight for Orono. Sends it back to the wing for Mallet. It's broken up. Greenwave play it out, but now Landa got to it. Foster turns it back to Landa. Foster's been out there a while, as right now the Spartans are in the midst of a change at this point. Landa jumping out. The rest of his line mates have not been able to come out with him. Miller Williams cuts off a puck back for Orono, and a step in by Overgaard to try to break up the progress. Landa comes away with control. He's got Knight on his left, drops it off. Knight down to the doorstep for Pagel, knocked away by Schindele. That was a great setup by that line, with Pagel taking that pass, then playing it back off towards the right. Landa goes back into the neutral zone and backhands one down to the corner. And we'll see Pagel chasing after it. And we've got a penalty coming up. I think Pagel's going to be hit for a slashing call. East Grand Forks trying to get the extra attacker on the ice. We'll see the puck with Hunter Barnes in the left corner trying to race around Williams. Jackson Knight's going to come over and touch this up. And with 6:47 left to go in the period, we're going to see a slashing call against Orono. So a power play coming up here for the Greenwave, and they need it with a goal, with the differential 2-1, the score favoring Orono at this point. We haven't seen a Spartan get in the box yet. They were making a change, and it looks like head coach Mitch Hall wasn't aware that he lost a skater, but it's definitely going to be Pagel that goes the box. Pagel for slashing. Time of the penalty will be at 10 minutes, 12 seconds of the third period, and we draw in the offensive zone for East Grand Forks. Power play brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, and online, rbbelectric.com. We'll see Beast on the left side, playing one in towards the left. Lovejoy trying from a rather steep angle. Goes back behind the net, picked up there by Chuka. Back to Lovejoy, a chance that's deflected wide. Cooper Hills on the right wall for East Grand Forks to Varnson. Varnson tried to sweep it up top. Jackson Knight picked him off. And here comes Orono 2-on-2 shorthanded. Knight gives up a little poke check to free him of the puck, but East Grand Forks was changing up power play skaters, and Disabelius will take over the loose puck for the Spartans uncontested. And now Disabelius will clear it back into the Greenwave end. Penalty clock to 1 minute, 15 seconds. Greenwave with 6 minutes to play, down by a score of 2-1. Little head faking up the ice coming for Jace Van Epps. He went to Cole Beast. Van Epps tried to get it back. It's broken up as Henry Reich was playing out in the middle. We see Reich stepping back on the ice after taking that hit a couple of moments ago. It comes loose to the near side again for Beast. Now back to Lovejoy on his own line as East Grand Forks struggling to gain the zone on the power play. Foster trying to turn it out. Lovejoy will send it back into the corner. Panzer from a tight angle. Ends up sending it in along the goal line and takes the deflection back. He'll find Beast. Backhanded Lovejoy in the circle. Plays it back to Van Epps, who couldn't hold it. Now Hills with a drive, and Schmidt makes the stop. Hills picks up the loose puck again, backs away. Sends it back to Lovejoy with the wrister, and there's Schmidt again to come up with another stop. 28 seconds left of power play time officially. Another stop by Schmidt. They've got him on the board for 22 saves tonight. And after the first period, the saves he's had to make have been in very difficult spots. Another power play opportunity for the Greenwave. This is their fourth chance with a man advantage tonight. 0 for 3 to this point. They draw again the left circle. Greenwave win the draw. It comes back out to Lovejoy. Lovejoy down to the doorstep. Hills with a chance, and Schmidt with an unbelievable save coming back to the near side to take that one away from Hills. Boy, oh boy. Watch this again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This was wide open. The draw for the Greenwave. You'll see the puck come down to the right doorstep. Hills have the opening, and a diving stop is made by Schmidt coming back to the near side to stop that up. And the power play continues with 15 seconds. Another chance. Lovejoy scores. Lovejoy off the draw will come up with a goal on the power play to tie it up for East Grand Forks, and the Greenwave have tied it at 2. The time of the goal will be at 11 minutes and 56 seconds. The offensive zone draw. The Greenwave go to work looking for the equalizer, and they'll find it at this point. Great play. Don't get the replay on it. Apologies for that, folks. We'll try to get that back to you. Here it is, actually. It was just off the other replay. And there's the wrister from Lovejoy. And East Grand Forks will get back into the matchup now as we've tied it at 2 as East Grand Forks on the all-true scoreboard. And we get things rolling. We'll get the official scoring on the goal. And Tucker Lovejoy does get credit for the goal in that mention. Max Beese is going to pick up an assist, and we'll also see an assist for Hunter Barnson. So Lovejoy from Max Beese and Barnson on the power play at 11:56 ties the game at 2 with 4.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Loose puck, Jackson Knight for Orono comes up into the neutral zone. It's cut off along the wall by Judd Pesch. Near side, Hills trying to play one in. Goes loose back behind the net, sprung back out towards the near circle. Pesch looking to hold it in the zone, deflected. A jab at it by Ethan Pagel. It'll come back in the neutral zone for the Greenwave. Van Epp sweeps it across the ice from right to left. Karams off the wall, picked up by Jacob Pfeiffer for Orono, who gets tripped up trying to come back into the neutral zone. A touch up for Henry Reich. He'll come back to Landa. His shot got blocked. Pesch stood his ground. Loose puck poked away into the neutral zone. Wyatt Cords comes on the ice for East Grand Forks, fourth line center. First fourth liner to come out tonight. Rory Cavern will cut one off for the Spartans. It'll be dumped in by Lachlan Hoffman. And the puck will ring free to the left wall for East Grand Forks. Greenwave again trying to come up the ice with it. Puck to Overgaard along the line. He's got Cords fronting him. Overgaard will dump it in. Cords goes looking for it as the Greenwave make a change. Loose puck comes back to the near side. Reich was there, but Overgaard cut it off. Max B sweeps at it off the wall. Another chance that's blocked. This will be deflected back into the East Grand Forks zone. Cavern making the charge at it for Orono. He gets held up, however, by Hunter Barnson. And the puck is played free by the Greenwave back to the left wall. Van Epps in his own end. Now he's corralled by pressure. Hoffman trying to play it back towards the net for Conver, and it's loose right in front of the crease. Greenwave fishing for it. Barnson comes away, finding Hills with the puck against DeSibelius, and we'll see a whistle, and a puck may have been played with a high stick. Rather, it's going to be a hand pass against the Greenwave. So a hand pass against East Grand Forks. And that's going to bring us back into the Greenwave zone for a draw with 3:05 left to go in regulation. The Greenwave have tied it at 2 on the all-true scoreboard with Tucker Lovejoy coming up with his 7th goal this season for East Grand Forks at a time when they needed it on the power play, their 4th try on the man advantage tonight. Hills back at center, trying to play it back left side. Pagel looking to hunt it down, left it for Landa on his own line. Now Jackson Knight in the neutral zone, jabbing one away from pressure coming from Cole Schmiederberg defensively. Landa steps in. He's got Pagel going to the net, Knight behind him. Knight had a touch on it but couldn't hold it. Lovejoy comes back to the near boards on a rush. Hunter Varnson plays it back to the neutral zone. Pagel will race it down for Orono, turns it back into his own end for DeSibelius, and now Cruz Fay. Fay comes back up tonight along the checkered line. So go loose. Lovejoy plays it back into the offensive end. Knight got spun around. He's pressured by Overgaard from behind, but Jackson Knight back to it for Orono. Back from Fay to DeSibelius, and now Cruz Fay again with a clock down to 2 minutes 15 seconds left of the third. Back into the neutral zone. Landa trying to pull away from pressure. It goes loose. Lovejoy was able to pick it up. Lovejoy a stop, a look, tries to flip one back up into the offensive end, wide of everybody, but they're saying no icing. Was touched up on the way. Fay with a backhand play back to the right side for Boston Foster. Foster turned it back to the neutral zone, then lost control of it. Jake Chupka twists the puck back to Overgaard on the right side. We'll see Miller Williams back behind his own net to pick it up for the Spartans. Back off to the right side for Foster, surveying his opportunity. Near side found Miller Williams rushing into the offensive end. Williams got towards the left circle. Played into the wall by Pesh. Puck goes loose. Landa played into the slot. It was picked away. Overgaard trying to make a pass to Cords coming up the ice. Reuter picked it up, and now it's taken away left side by Cole Beast. Beast rushing in. Tight angled shot. Schmidt knocked it away. Beast trying to chase down the loose puck against Reuter. It goes towards the far wall. Cords came away with it. Trying to play it back to the slot. Loose, high slot. A drifter from Van Epps that trickles over to the far wall. Chasing it down, Jordan Nowacki. Back to Van Epps, a turn and fire. It's loose. Gets behind Schmidt. We're into the final minute of play in the third period. The Greenwave in the offensive end and a 2-2 tie on the All-True scoreboard. Miller Williams looking to play it out, does, and it comes on net, and a nice clear for Orono that doesn't result in icing as it came on net. Schindley had to make a play. Loose puck left side. He'll turn it back to Van Epps on the left. Van Epps turns it to Cooper Hills on the right wing. D. Sebelius will chase him down. Hills pins it up against the board with 35 seconds left to go in regulation. A turn, and Barnson dropping it back towards the near wall, finding Nick Corbett. Corbett can't get free with the puck. It's turned back to Reich, and he'll send it back to Cruz Fay. Fay plays it back off left side. East Grand Forks looking for a tripping call after Max Beast was tripped up. Won't get it. Fay driving himself into the offensive end. A good loose puck, or rather poke check by Beast to take that one away from Fay. We're down to 10 seconds left of regulation. Cavern a turn, had a chance at point blank, but it's swept away by Varnson. Comes back to Cruz Fay on the left. Cavern in the corner. Down to 2, down to 1, and we are headed to overtime tonight. A big goal by East Grand Forks in the third period will send us into overtime this evening, tied at 2 on the All-True scoreboard. We'll have a break, and we'll come back with more in just a couple of moments, so we invite you to stay with us as we get ready to start overtime here tonight. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
We get ready to go to overtime tonight. Couple of big plays that happened in the midst of that final frame of regulation hockey anyway for these two teams this evening, as East Grand Forks comes up with a goal to cut it to 1 after a couple of big saves that were made by goaltender Evan Schmidt for the Orono Spartans as we get ready to go into overtime here tonight. We'll take a look through it. First of all, you can see a couple of big spots here. Schmidt diving out on a play there on that play for the Orono Spartans, and here was the goal by Tucker Lovejoy to score that sends us into overtime, and so we're underway as this game goes to overtime tonight between East Grand Forks and Orono, with the game tied at 2 and a quick chance coming in from the near side from Jace Van Epps to start overtime. Greenwave moving from our right to left, left to right for Orono. Another play by Van Epps, and Evan Schmidt saw that through traffic, kicked it away, Pesh off the right wall. Turns it back into the corner. Van Epps giving chase, trying to chase it down against Cruz Fay for Orono. Back to Pagel on the near side. Again, keep in mind the Greenwave have dominated time and space in this matchup tonight, but Orono has made offense happen in very, very quick moments. They don't take much time when they get up into the offensive zone to make something happen. Pesh loses the puck to Pagel, then lays out to Cooper Hills to block a pass that was headed back for Jackson Knight. Pagel in the corner looking, comes back towards the point. A puck that drifts in against Schindele goes wide after a deflection. Knocked Jacob Pfeiffer's shot off its path. It'll come back to Schmidt in the left corner. He gets run down by Max Bies. Bies ends up losing the stick on that as well. Pfeiffer able to hold the offensive end for Orono, and this will be swept aside by Bies and back to the near wall. Van Epps looking to try to catch Orono in a change. Made a long pass to the far side wall. Barnson tried to pick it up. Now he goes off on a change while a pair of hockey skaters, Chupka and Pfeiffer, get tangled up with one another in the neutral zone and can't free each other. Puck back into the far corner. Corbett for East Grand Forks trying to free it from pressure from Lachlan Hoffman. It'll be Corbett back behind his net. Hoffman puts him up against the wall. Pesh reaches in to try to take control. This comes back to Pfeiffer on the right point. Knocked down on the way through, looking for the deflection. Good play by Cavern for the Orono Spartans, but Cavern in the end just knocked the puck down and knocked it wide. Didn't get that one on net. Chupka breakout, finding Lovejoy. Lovejoy pulls free of a defender, got in and fired, but it ends up flipping over the bar after being partially deflected and flutters back to the end wall. Good chase that time by Panzer as well to come up with it. Greenwave got an opportunity but couldn't put it away. It's overtime with 2 minutes of the overtime frame gone by. Tied at 2 on the all-true scoreboard between East Grand Forks and Orono. Puck near side, Jackson Knight pulls it away. Leading scorer trying to get a shot away from the circle. It got deflected. Pagel looking to chase it down for Orono. Plays back into the neutral zone for Cruz Fay. Back to Pagel looking right side for Landa. This line may empty the gas tank. They've been out there a lot for the Spartans here in overtime. Knight playing it back towards the high slot. This is deflected through the neutral zone. Long rush for Van Epps to get to it against DeSibelius. Rubbed DeSibelius off the spot. Tried to make a pass back for Cooper Hills. Now it's Beast that stops it. Hills will take it back from Van Epps and turns into the corner as Cruz Fay look to chase him down. Hills coming back towards the point. He's given some space. Comes back high slot, turns it into traffic, deflected, and Landa had a moment, then Hills chips it away from Landa. Turned it back to Barnson, who couldn't control the puck. This goes back in the neutral zone. Jackson Knight cherry picking, spins around a couple of deflections, but Max Bees turns it aside and sends the puck back up to the near side wall for the Greenwave. Under 5 to play now in overtime. Still tied at 2 in the all-true scoreboard. A play by Panzer into the far corner. Chupka picks it up for East Grand Forks. Plays it off the wall, and he's fronted by Connor Malik and also by Miller Williams. And Williams able to knock it away. Panzer reaches after it. Loose puck. Lovejoy. High slot. Schmidt knocked it aside. There was an opening on the rebound. The Greenwave waved at it. Couldn't get to it. Panzer on the far wall playing it down to the corner looking for Cords. This is deflected. Comes back into the Greenwave end. We'll have a draw coming up in the offensive zone for East Grand Forks as the clock ticks down to 4:24 left in the extra frame. Tied at 2 on the all-true scoreboard. The shots are 33-16 in favor of East Grand Forks. And ever since the first period, East Grand Forks has been the much more energized team. They're the only team to score after the first period comes to an end. There's a shot off the draw trying to sneak through Overgaard, and the Greenwave had a defender fall. This is a 2-on-1. DeSibelius coming up the ice, made the pass to Cavern. He gets hauled down from behind. The Orono crowd wants a penalty. In the meantime, the loose puck is picked up off the left by Lachlan Hoffman. He tried a steep angled shot and sent the puck into the corner. And the officials say no penalty here. Puck comes loose to the near side boards. Henry Reich trying to hold the offensive end. Back out in front, a tip at one. Schindele reaching for it, can't save it. DeSibelius high slot, shot blocked by Overgaard. DeSibelius gets back into the neutral zone for Orono, steps away from pressure. Played it up to the near side boards, and now it's Pesh trying to ring the puck free. It pops on a dasher and rolls all the way from behind the Greenwave net, all the way in front of the Orono bench, and the Greenwave will go off on a change. Disabelius will take control. He comes back towards the near side looking for Cruz Fay. Now it's Cavern. Cavern will dump it back into the Greenwave end, and now it's Orono changing. We'll see Nick Corbett picking up the loose puck. Comes back to the right side for Judd Pesh. Pesh a stop. Plays it back towards the near side looking for Van Epps. Hills in the neutral zone against Pfeiffer. Played it back loose side. Barnson trying to bring it up. A quick deflection by the Spartans, and this will go back to Judd Pesh in his own end. 3 minutes to go here in overtime. East Grand Forks and Orono tied at 2 on the All-True scoreboard. Loose puck, Knight played towards the net. Greenwave had a pair of defenders back to break it up. Knight again in the corner, coming back to Landa. Landa pulls free of the hash marks, fires a shot on Schindele. It got by, but Schindele was able to control against the right post. That one went whistling right by him. Hills comes back into the neutral zone for East Grand Forks. Hills pulling, tried to backhand one back to the high slot, but nobody home but Spartans. Knight will turn it away for Orono. He steps up into the neutral zone, looking to make a play with Pagel behind him. Little backhander on a steep angle. Schindele knocked it aside. Corbett will pick it up off the end wall. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left of overtime. Still at 2 apiece. Lovejoy driving up the ice. He fires from a tight angle. This will pop on a dasher and roll back towards the right point. Held in by Beast and then picked away by Landa. Landa goes looking for Pagel, who will backhand it up into the Greenwave end, and Orono will go off on a change. Maybe a chance for East Grand Forks that they can get up the ice. They've got that top line on the bench right now on this shift. Lovejoy near side stepping up. He's got Chupka to his left. Lovejoy comes in, big hit against Tisabelius from behind. He got ran into hard. East Grand Forks wants a penalty there, they don't get. Beast sends one in that ping-pongs its way through on a couple of defections. Lovejoy playing one back towards the chip for Cole Beast. Beast a stop behind the net, pulled down by Cruz Fay, and the loose puck comes up with Lachlan Hoffman. Hoffman turned it back to the neutral zone. The Greenwave forced a turnover on it. Then Panzer has a poke check loose by Hoffman. And here comes Cavern for Orono. Cavern trying to make a centering pass that's blocked. Reich will play it back in behind the net. Spartans going to work, and now a puck gets by Cavern, and the Greenwave will chip off the glass. Deflected out to the point. Cavern picks it up for Orono, backhands it back into the Greenwave end. And you're seeing the Landa line come back out now, their top scoring line for Orono, getting one more chance on the ice, and we'll see a stoppage with 1:07 left of overtime as Noah Schindele will cover up a puck, and a timeout's going to be taken by the Spartans. Well, it was a quick overtime. We didn't see many draws in that at all. We'll see a timeout taken. Our timeouts are brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. And our timeouts also brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier for egg tires in the region. UND going up by a score of 2-0 in St. Cloud tonight against St. Cloud State. So UND leading there. We'll try to get an update for you when we get into the postgame. And I should say rather not at St. Cloud State tonight. Again, got that one wrong. They're at the Ralph tonight. With 1:07 left to go in overtime here, Orono and East Grand Forks tied up at 2. Tyler Palmasino and Mitch Hall both out with the white erase boards on their respective benches across the way, drawing up the final plays in this one. East Grand Forks at home coming up tomorrow night to take on Matamidi and the Zephyrs. It's been a great rivalry that has seen its early games. We saw that one last year down in Stillwater. Always very competitive between those two. Again, it's just we've got some teams in Minnesota that have kind of formed a scheduling block now at the Class A level so they can keep their schedules competitive and see each other from the Twin Cities out to Section 8. A lot of respect between the greater metro teams, if you will, and Section 8 hockey. We'll see a draw coming up in the Greenwave zone with 1:08 left to go in regulation. We are tied at 2 in the all-true scoreboard. I shouldn't say regulation, rather overtime. Overtime between East Grand Forks and Orono. Puck loose on the left side of the ice. Cole Beast will play it up on the Greenwave right wing, and they slip free. It's a 2-on-1. Varnson trying to play back for Van Epps, and the puck was knocked loose behind him. Loose puck to Landa for Orono. Landa coming up, dishing off left side. Quick chance goes wide of the net from Pagel. Disabelius looking to hold it in. It's deflected into the rafters, and we'll see a whistle with 43 seconds left to go in the extra frame. In Minnesota, it just ends in overtime. That's it. If no one scores in the 8-minute frame, we're all done. That's just the way it goes. And we come back and play again tomorrow. I guess that would be the way that we go ahead framing that one up for you. And 43.3 seconds left to go in the sudden death overtime frame here. Here's another draw, shot off the draw. And Noah Schindele lost that one, but was able to knock it down, keep it in front of him. Shots on goal are 33-20 East Grand Forks tonight. One hit a pipe. Max Beast in the third period just hit one hard right off the iron. That could have been the difference maker in this one. Greenwave go back to get the draw on their own end. They got a half minute to try to get up the ice and win the game. It's Lovejoy in the middle, coming up the ice, looking back towards his backside, had Van Epps there, takes it in himself, center is trying to find Varnson, had Varnson in the right spot, lost it, Jackson Knight coming up the ice, trying to get back is Van Epps and Beast to cut off the angle. It's Van Epps that got back on the back check to free the puck. DeSibelius on the near point, plays it back in, 15 seconds left to go in overtime. Loose puck picked up, Landa, steep angle, Schindele trying to kick it aside, net moved, 8 seconds left. Varnson plays it up the ice looking for Van Epps. Van Epps tried to come to a stop and get it on his forehand side, and this one's going to end in a draw tonight. No winner in this one this evening. Will finish in a 2-2 draw between East Grand Forks and Orono this evening. The Greenwave will go to 2-5-1 on the season, and Orono will go to 4-3-1 on the season. Another one of these that was close. East Grand Forks played Delano, had a lead late, couldn't hold it, lost it in overtime. Here tonight in overtime, this ends in a 2-2 draw. East Grand Forks and Orono come to a close. We'll come back and wrap it up with a brief post-game report and send you on the road for your Friday. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
We welcome you to our coverage, our post-game report tonight, brought to you this evening by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying an application on your farm, and by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Your final score this evening is East Grand Forks 2 and Orono 2. It ends in a draw tonight. East Grand Forks will move to 2-5-1 on the season, and Orono will move to 4-3-1 on the season. Our post-game report brought to you by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying an application on your farm. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors is that Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, seed tenders in 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report tonight brought to you by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. We have agriculture, we have nursing, law enforcement, precision agriculture. Those are the careers that you can supercharge your path into. Get earning in 2 years or take your credits with you to a 4-year institution anywhere in North Dakota and finish off your educational journey or continue it. However you'd like to do it, they can custom make the plan for you. Campuses in Devils Lake, also at the Grand Forks Air Force Base and online at lrsc.edu. Well, this one's not going to satisfy anybody tonight. Orono played a pretty good first period and had their chances in the second and third. East Grand Forks just simply better in the second and third periods tonight, but could not crack the wall enough of Evan Schmidt, who ends up making 31 saves tonight for the Spartans. And we talked about this in the pregame report. Evan Schmidt, a save percentage of nearly 91, 908, goals against less than 3 a game. He can't seem to find the offensive support he's looking for because Orono just doesn't spend enough time in the offensive zone. Greenwave dominated that category in the second and third, but Evan Schmidt kept Orono in it. Noah Schindele kept his team in it, and in the end, it's a post that's the difference. Max Beast just clanked one off the iron in the third period that could have ended up being the game winner, but that puck didn't find its way through, and East Grand Forks left to settle for the 2-2 draw tonight. Let's take a look at our highlights brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. It gets started tonight with Talon Reuter scoring the opening goal, and again, this is where East Grand Forks got a little wide defensively. A puck from the point that gets through, and Reuter didn't have a body on him. It came right back to him on the rebound. He scores it to make it 1-0, and then later in the period, unbelievable individual play from Ethan Pagel going from left corner to right corner, and no one stepped in to defend him. He's got a wide open chance to score out of the circle, scores it. That made it 2-0. East Grand Forks in the comeback trail. They'd get into the second period, and this would be Max Beast coming up the ice, also scoring on a rebound. Great play by Varnson off the wall. It's actually Beast taking the centering pass from Varnson off the wall to score it. And then the second goal of the night comes in from Tucker Lovejoy. We saw a save there that was made by Evan Schmidt. This is on the power play, and then Lovejoy from the top of the left circle just gets to wrist her through traffic. That was the final goal that scored tonight. Nothing else would go in, and East Grand Forks and Orono settled for a tie. Highlights brought to you tonight by Proceed. Need Proceed? Or rather, need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp brought to you by Bergstrom Electric this evening. We see a couple of points for Hunter Varnson tonight. Varnson assists on Max Beast's goal and also on Tucker Lovejoy's goal tonight. So Beast and Lovejoy each are being helped out by Hunter Varnson. He'll move now to 10 points on the season as he gets to assists number 6 and 7 on the year. Also a goal for Tucker Lovejoy, the one that tied it up here tonight. Tucker Lovejoy moves his way to 7 goals on the season, 9 points. And a goal for Max Beast tonight to go along with an apple for Beast as well, a goal and assist. He's on the board for 2 points tonight, a goal his second, an assist his third. He's got 5 points on the season. Talon Reuter scored his second goal tonight for Orono. Ethan Pagel scored his 7th goal tonight. That was unassisted, a pair of assists tonight on Evan Reuter's goal. Those assists will go tonight for Orono's Boston Foster, his second assist and second point of the year, and also to Nick Nugent, who comes up with his 3rd assist and 4th point of the season. Let's wrap up our post-game report tonight with our player awards. Our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game Award brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Our 3 stars of the game, call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks and Devils Lake, where the PS stands for Peaceful Season. They're hoping you have a wonderful Christmas and New Year season. And remember, if it's time for service on your garage door, PS Garage Doors has perfect service. They'll make sure that it runs for you again at PS Garage Doors. 3 stars the game tonight. Pretty easy to go through the score sheet and see where this one's going to go. Hunter Varnson, our 3rd star of the game this evening. Couple of assists. He helps out on both goals this evening. Made that great play off the wall to set up that first goal for Max Beast tonight. Hunter Varnson, 3rd star. Our 2nd star tonight going to be Tucker Lovejoy, who scores the eventual game-tying goal for Tucker Lovejoy this evening. And our 1st star, Max Beast, skated a tremendous game tonight. A goal and an assist. He'll get the 5 points on the year. Had another shot that hit a pipe, but Max Beast, just a sophomore, really beginning to step into some critical minutes for East Grand Forks, and Beast will be our 1st star of the game tonight. 3 stars of the game for East Grand Forks brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Hunter Varnson, Tucker Lovejoy, and Max Beans. Let's go to our celebration of the game. It's brought to you by Balloons by Misty. The celebration's not on. It's not a party. It's not a celebration until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. Right here in Grand Forks, Balloons by Misty's done great work with UND, NDSU, and you've seen her work nationally on some stages that have been on national network television as of late. They trust her, and you should too. Balloons by Misty can take your celebration and move it up a notch. It's not a celebration until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. Let's go back to that first goal for East Grand Forks tonight. Had a great celebration here as Varnson pulls the puck down low and just had Max Beast lurking at the high slot, who comes up with a wrist shot to score. Great celebration there for East Grand Forks. That's good camera work tonight by our cameraman, Luca Carpenter. And again, it's not a celebration until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. Finest cover of the game tonight is brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializes in recovery of vehicle and marine seats. If you've got a situation where those seats are worn out, particularly your implements, they've been a real issue for those of you that have been in agriculture, and if it's time for you to get those implements taken care of before you go back out in the field, your truck, your combine, whatever it is, Finest Auto Trim will get those seats recovered so they support you again, so you can feel good at the end of a day like you feel good at the beginning of the day getting into those vehicles. Finest Auto Trim, 2201 Demers. Let them custom make a cover for you for the things that you're storing outside right now. Boat, pontoon, an AC generator or power unit, they can custom make a cover for that at Finest Auto Trim. Judd Pesch is going to pick up that award tonight for East Grand Forks for a block shot in the third period. He took one away from Jackson Knight, trying to rip one through, and the game was tied at 2, and Pesch took it off the body. Rather, Pesch took it off the body and did a tremendous job of blocking a shot tonight. Judd Pesch will pick up the Finest Auto Trim finest cover of the game. That's going to do it for our coverage of Greenwave hockey tonight. We send you to tomorrow, a doubleheader, and that doubleheader is going to feature Grand Forks, Red River, and West Fargo in an Eastern Dakota Conference matchup. 2:15 is the face-off time, 1:45 the pregame show, and then following that, it's East Grand Forks and the Knight Riders of Grand Forks in girls hockey. A doubleheader tomorrow. Sam Jensen will have that for you. Luca Carpenter doing more work for us on the camera tomorrow from Eagles Arena. I'm Ryan Cunningham. We're your final score this evening from Civic Center Arena and East Grand Forks. The Spartans 2, the Greenwave 2, a draw in overtime. Those of you on the radio side, we've got America at Night coming up in just a couple of moments. Those of you on the video side, thank you for joining us tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Hey, Simon here with the Ski and Bike Shop. Check out our electric bikes, skis, and gear.